Three, two, one. Welcome, everyone, to episode 280 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
Merrick.
Will.
Corey.
Now, today's topic, we thought we kind of nailed it on the head, talking about awards season. It turns out that we had the wrong day for the day the Game Awards were. You know, we were going to do our predictions on what we thought was going to win. Well, it turns out that tonight is when the Game Awards episode is, or the Game Awards actual award ceremony. So we're actually going to get right into it. So because the Game Awards actually start in 10 minutes. So we hope to get out ahead of the categories so we can get our predictions in. And I don't know, maybe by the time we're done, we'll recap too. Who knows? So yeah. Before we do that, does anyone have anything they want to tease?
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much
15.
we wanted to get into that tonight.
Yes, that'll be our topic for next week, but we can give first impressions so far.
That's it for me.
I mean, I played
Okay.
Pokemon Moon, but I'm really kind of want to hear about 15, Final Fantasy
Yeah.
15, a lot.
Me too.
I'm so curious to hear about it, actually.
I played a fair amount of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Nice.
Really?
Is that mobile?
Yeah, Corey talked about it a little bit last week, so I'll talk about my experience with that so far. And then I played more Dishonored. I probably won't talk about it because I've been talking about it, but I'm still plugging away at that. So
I also put in a handful of minutes with the new Hearthstone expansion, The Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, which came
Sounds
out
good.
today.
I like the name of
Yeah.
it. It's a nice title. Okay. Well, let's get it. We're going to talk about the Game Awards, but we're also going to talk briefly about the Steam Awards too. So that'll be after our Game Awards segment. So Corey, let's talk about the Game Awards. First category.
Do you want to start at the bottom and work our way to the top?
Yeah, because top is Game of the Year, right?
Yeah, because these first
And that'll
three
be
are
last.
esports related. Do you just want to
okay.
skip the esports stuff?
Well, read them off.
No, we better get our predictions in.
Yep.
Okay.
Read
We're
them off
educated,
at least.
so
All right. Best esports game is the final category.
Okay.
The esports game that has shown creative and technical excellence in 2016 with the best gameplay, community support, and content updates. The nominees are Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Overwatch, and Street Fighter V.
No Heroes in the
Yikes.
Storm?
No.
I've only played one of these games.
I mean,
guess I'd have to give it to Overwatch.
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Is that
Although I could see like League of Legends or Dota winning or something.
What about Smash Brothers?
It's not nominated, Dan.
I know.
Should be. That game's great.
I don't know that
is there a
that's...
big Overwatch esports community? I haven't really.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty big one. It's popular enough that Blizzard's launching an Overwatch League.
Oh, all right.
So it's basically like a professional, like how a professional sports league would be run with like divisions and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm picking Overwatch.
I mean, I want Overwatch, so I'm with
That's-
Eric.
That's the only one out of those I would watch esports event, and so yeah, that would be my pick too.
Well, remember, we're picking what we think is going to win.
Well, yeah. I would say that's gonna win. That's new. That's the
Yeah.
new one.
Okay.
I'll go with Overwatch.
I picked
Street Fighter 5 is kind of new, but
I picked League of Legends, so 3 for Overwatch, 1 for League of Legends.
yeah.
Moving along.
Moving along.
Best esports team. The esports team or organization judged to be the most outstanding for performance in 2016, irrespective of game. The nominees are SK Telecom T1, Wings Gaming, SK Gaming, Rocks Tigers, and Cloud9.
Cloud9's the only one I've even heard of.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
What game are they?
I think they have a couple different games that they
Do
play.
they?
I think so. I think a lot of them have a few games that they play.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm picking Cloud9.
Yeah,
Who were the earlier options again?
Thumbstick Athletes esports team.
Does it really matter, Will?
No.
I mean, I would like
Okay,
to know.
SK Telecom 1, Wings Gaming, SK Gaming, Rocks Tigers,
Boy, that was really difficult to name those off.
and Cloud9.
Yeah, I have no opinion. Let's go Cloud9.
Okay, so 4 for Cloud9.
Speaking of esports, one of the things I really like about esports was the Heroes of the Dorm, because it was actually
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was colleges that we recognize, that
And I watched it.
I did too, and it was cool because I understood the game having played it,
Right.
and it was colleges and not random esports team 1 or against random esports team 2.
Yep.
I'd be much more interested in watching that than the professional esports teams. But anywho,
Next.
Best esports player. The esports player judged to be the most outstanding performer in 2016, irrespective of game. There is Faker.
Just give the nicknames. Don't even bother with the
I'm
names.
gonna try to read these names. Faker,
Okay.
Cold Zera, Byun, whatever, Infiltrator, and Hungrybox.
You got to give it to Hungry Box, right?
I
Yep.
gave it to Faker. I mean, Faker's really impressed me this year, so.
I don't know, but Hungrybox has that dynamic aim.
All right.
Yeah.
So 1 for
Yeah.
Faker. Will's taking Hungrybox.
I'm going Hungry Box.
Will and Eric on Hungrybox. Dan?
I am also Hungry Box.
All
I
right.
like that name.
It sounds
Good
too
stuff.
much like something they'd sell at Taco Bell for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Crave
speaking of
case.
Taco Bell, I tried the steakhouse burrito.
I was going
Oh.
to until I saw the price. Dear God.
It's expensive, but I'll give a food review during my week.
What's
But-
Taco Bell bringing in some premium meat now?
Dude, it was almost $7.
Wow.
It's definitely not premium, but I'll talk about it.
Okay. Back to
Next.
the task at hand. Best fan creation for fan-created content such as mods, fan films, and other player content. The nominees are Brutal Doom 64 and Enderall, The Shards of Order.
There's 2 other ones.
No, there
No.
isn't. They removed
What?
them.
Why?
There used to be 2 other ones. I don't know. They were both from Nintendo properties, and you know how Nintendo is. We talked about it, I think, maybe last week, or one of the episodes
I
you might not
remember
have been
you
on.
did. Yep.
But yeah, the other nominees used to be Project A2MR, the Metroid 2 remake, and Pokemon Uranium, the Pokemon fan game.
We got to go Brutal Doom here, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm gonna throw Corey a bone. Enderall.
Yeah, I think Enderall will probably win. I've never even heard of the other one.
When I read it, I also had never heard of it, and I would have picked any of the other 2 had they still been on this list because I knew they had a bigger following than Enderall. But that Brutal Doom, I'm just not. I haven't seen that anywhere, so.
Yeah.
Dan?
Yeah, Enderall, definitely.
So it's unanimous, Enderall, which is a good
I
pick.
can't believe they couldn't find 2 other things to fill in kind of last minute, It's crazy.
I'm sure they could have.
Too lazy.
There's always
Yeah.
fan films are listed as an option. I'm sure there's several fan films that came out this year.
Sure. Okay.
But anyway, trending gamer for a notable influencer, online streamer, or media personality in 2016. Angry Joe Show, Boogie2988, Danny O'Dwyer, Jack Septic Eye, and Lyric.
Huh?
I'm only familiar with 2 of these people, so I can only really pick from those 2. I'm going to pick Danny O'Dwyer because he took a risk this year, and I like that.
Yeah. Apparently it paid off too.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
His Patreon, I guess, went through the roof.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He's a likable guy.
He's doing
Yeah.
something different too,
Yeah, something interesting.
Not just another, we branched off from our big corporation. Give us money.
And I still talk about video games.
Yeah, to keep.
Yeah,
doing
because
what
he's
we do.
doing documentaries, right?
Yeah, and he picked Rocket League was his first one. I still haven't seen it.
Okay.
Like deep dives
Yeah.
into games. Yeah,
It's
I also went with Danny O'Dwyer for the same reason. I think his popularity really went up, and I think for that reason people will vote for him.
Yeah.
And he's just likable.
Yep.
So I want Danny O'Dwyer to win because I think he deserves it the most, but I think Lyric wins.
Who's Lyric?
He's a streamer on
Streamer.
Twitch. He brings in 22,000 people I've seen at times.
What does he stream? Like anything in
Every-
particular?
Everything. I've seen him play some of the competitive games. I've seen him play like Dying Light and stuff like that. So
What's his shtick?
It's really weird because you know how most streamers have a face cam and stuff like that, and you can
Yeah.
see them, plotted down. Like he doesn't have any of that. He just kind of talks and plays the game, which is interesting because like the streams with the actual person on there are usually more popular than the ones without. So I was kind of surprised to see that, but yeah, he doesn't do face cam.
Good for him.
That's so he can play games in his underpants.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to show nipples on stream. So.
So if I were to reveal my nipple right now, would we get banned?
I think I did it on accident one time.
You had a nip slip?
Yeah. Well, I did
Regular
the
Janet Jackson.
I did the Randy Marsh. What do you want to do? And I think I actually pulled my shirt up.
Dan's
If I
wardrobe
remember
malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, did you pick one?
I'm going to go with Danny O'Dwyer. I want to see either him or Boogie2988 win. I still watch the Francis videos on a regular basis and enjoy them. So
The next category, most anticipated game, an upcoming game that has shown significant ambition and promise in moving the game medium forward. The nominees are God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda, Red Dead Redemption 2, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
How can Red Dead Redemption even be nominated for this based off of that?
The
How
worst
is
part
that
is
shown
it's-
significant ambition or promise?
the worst
moving
part
the
is
game
it'll
medium
win.
forward.
it's because it's Rockstar. That's why.
Yeah, exactly, and that's
We've
why
literally
it'll
seen
win.
nothing.
That's the only reason. It's because it's a Rockstar game.
What a crock of shit.
I
I'm
agree.
picking
People are gonna
Legend
be
of
like-
Zelda.
Yeah, I think this
That's-
was the slam dunk. I think
I
it's gonna be
mean,
Legend of Zelda.
God of War looks really cool, but I don't feel like it's doing anything different.
Right.
And I would say that probably for the other ones, except Legend of Zelda is at least doing something different within its own
Right.
thing.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So
That and it's kind of on the horizon. It's only like 3 or 4 months away. When is Horizon Zero Dawn supposed to come out?
February?
February. Okay,
Yes.
so that's on the cusp too.
It's on the horizon too, Dan. You wanted to say it.
I did. It was too obvious.
Yeah.
So you guys are all going Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because you think it's going to win.
I think it's going to win.
Yeah. I agree with
How
Corey.
can
I
you
want
justify
Zelda.
that?
Wait, so Will, you're going with Red Dead?
Yeah, I mean, I do think Red Dead's gonna win because Rockstar, but it should be Zelda or Mass Effect.
Yeah, I agree. But again, it's what we think is going to win, and I'm not going to give the voters much credit here.
No,
Who are the voters?
Yeah, good question.
Twitter.
Oh, God.
oh yeah, okay.
You're
Red Dead's
probably
winning
right.
by a
It's going to
landslide.
be Red Dead for sure.
Wait, it's just on Twitter. People vote, like fan vote.
I'm about 90% sure that's the case. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I briefly thought about tracking the hashtags to see which one had the most votes before we started, so I looked like a genius. But then I changed my mind.
because they had a panel last year, didn't they?
They have a panel, but here, I can read it right now. Nominees and winners for most categories, blah, 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 are selected by 29 global media and influencer outlets. These publications submit ballots in a nomination and winner round based on the collective and a diverse feedback of their staff. Fan voting determines winners in select categories.
Oh, okay. So the panel picks the nominees.
Yes.
And then,
So yeah,
there.
Red Dead Redemption is going to win. You're absolutely right.
Oh, wait. No. Yes. Okay. So nominees and winners for most categories are selected by influencer outlets. Fan
The
voting
fan
determines winners in select categories.
Yeah, that was the first 3, right? The esports ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, usually.
It must be.
I know
I can
Trending Gamer is usually picked by like Twitter
The
and things
fan.
like that.
Yeah.
I could see most anticipated being fan too.
I think
Yeah.
last year it was just those first 3, like Dan said. But yeah, most anticipated would make sense for fan vote, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving along.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Zelda, only because that's what I want to win. But anywho,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multiplayer. Best multiplayer. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences. The nominees are Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Overwatch.
Overwatch will win. I think Rainbow Six Siege should win. But Overwatch will win.
didn't that come out last year? Or was it late
It
enough
was-
last?
Must've
It
been
was
late.
late
It
last
was really
year.
late last year. It was the last game I bought last year.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
probably why it's eligible for these awards.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the only one I played was Overwatch, so I think that's going to win too. I think that's any category that's in. I think it's going to win.
Wait, you
Damn,
played Gears
pretty
4
much.
with me, didn't you?
Yeah, not really online. We did co-op.
Mm.
I'm thinking more competitive, I guess.
Alrighty.
My girlfriend's brother, which and his friends, who I would consider bro gamers, they're
Yeah.
playing a lot of Gears of War lately.
Yeah. Sure.
So I don't know if that's bubbling up at all, but I always kind of use them as my bellwether for that type of gamer.
Bro
I
game.
can't imagine Overwatch not winning
You know?
this.
Yeah.
I went with Overwatch too. So it's unanimous.
Yeah.
Overwatch, best multiplayer. Best sports racing for traditional and non-traditional sports and racing games. Your options: FIFA 17, Forza Horizon 3, MLB The Show 16, NBA 2K17, and Pro Evo Soccer 2017.
Well,
Forza.
I think Forza will win. And it probably should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think part of it's because it's not a yearly release sports game? You know. It's,
Yeah, I think that hurts FIFA
Sure.
and all the other ones.
Yeah.
It turns out. But I really think the only NBA 2K is usually pretty well
Well received.
received as well. But yeah, I think Forza will win. Because like you said, Dan, it's not a yearly release and it's always top notch.
Yeah. A great game on its own.
Oh
in
yeah,
its own
for
right,
sure.
too. You know.
Yeah, it got me to play a racing game, which is impressive.
That's one I want to get back to.
Me too.
Me too.
Time has not been kind to my gaming.
Corey, unanimous?
Unanimous, Forza.
Hey, all right.
Also, side note, Kyle Bosman is on the Game Awards stream with Jeff Keighley right now.
Oh,
Is he
geez.
really?
He is.
Good for him.
Famous man.
Yep.
The gentleman from our high school who succeeded in the dream we've been chasing.
And still chased to this day.
He started before us. It's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, Will.
Maybe a little.
I need to sleep at night, so just let me have this.
Here's the thing. He probably has gumption. None of us have gumption.
No,
I think he was just a grunt when we started, though, wasn't he?
I have no idea.
Because he didn't start doing his one-on-one videos until about halfway through this podcast.
I wouldn't say halfway. I would say it like 25% through.
Mm.
I heard his name for the first time as doing something like that
Okay.
at game trailers.
Well, we're proud of him either way.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Super nice guy.
Best family game. Best game for family play, including toys to life, rhythm, music, dance, and other genres. Dragon Quest Builders, which I still want to play. Lego Star Wars
I
The
do
Force
too.
Awakens, Pokemon Go, Ratchet and Clank, and Skylanders Imaginators.
This one's a little tougher.
I think
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank should win.
That's the best
Um,
game on there. Yeah.
It's the best game. I don't know if it will win. I mean, it was pretty well reviewed. Pokemon Go, I think, would be the only competition.
I was leaning towards Pokemon Go winning, so.
Just because of the hysteria around it earlier in the year.
I still boot it up from time to time.
Yeah, I play it every
I
day.
guess I'll probably go with Pokemon Go.
I'm gonna go with Lego: The Force Awakens. I've heard great things about that.
I've almost bought it a few times.
Yeah.
Will, what'd you go with?
Pokemon Go.
Okay, as did I. Think it's just too ubiquitous to not win.
Boy, we're almost every category. At least 3 people have agreed on the one thing.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, that's why I said none of these games really there's no like surprises or weird. It was all pretty straightforward, I think. The nominees.
Yeah. Well, there's some things I was surprised that Pokemon wasn't on any of them, and I know it came out late, so it'll be counted for next year. But I was still a little surprised.
Right.
Best strategy game. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based strategy. The nominees are Civilization 6, Fire Emblem Fates, The Banner Saga 2, Total War Warhammer, and XCOM 2.
I guess I'd pick Civ 6.
I think Fire Emblem's gonna win.
Really?
That's my. Yep.
That's interesting, Dan.
Uh,
I don't know,
torn.
like, Fire Emblem to me seems, it's a good game, but I think it appeals to a very specific type of person
Yeah.
that I don't think
XCOM
it
2
does
was
some of these other games.
kind of a mess.
It was very much a mess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Civ 6 here.
I'm also going Civ 6, and I think it's the most deserving, personally.
Absolutely.
yeah, I want to go Fire Emblem, but I think it'll be Civ 6.
Can you guys think of another strategy game that came out this year that's not nominated?
Hearts of Iron.
Oh, that's right. The 2 Stellaris, which aren't deserving to be nominated, I don't think.
No. So, I mean, Civ 6 it was the strategy game this year, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I can't see it not winning. This might be the category I'm most sure about.
Still saying Fire Emblem.
I'm more for Fire Emblem, but I'm kind of with you. I think it'll be Civ 6.
Okay, well, let's move along. Best fighting game for a game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. The options are Killer Instinct 3, King of Fighters 14, Pokken Tournament, and Street Fighter 5. I had no
I
idea on
didn't
this
play
one.
any of these.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokken Tournament is the best out of all of them.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter 5 had a really, really bad release.
That was not relating to gameplay though. Everybody says the gameplay is fantastic.
Yeah, but
That was all
you
like
didn't.
what you got from the package, and the online was kind of a mess. But they said as far as like the game, it was really well received.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I realized that, but I mean, with Pokken Tournament, you didn't hear any issues with it, and people
Well, I
still.
don't think you heard anything about Pokken Tournament.
I don't know. It's actually pretty popular now.
I don't know. Just me personally, I haven't heard anything about it.
I mean, it's probably gonna be Street Fighter 5, but I
King
don't
of
think.
Fighters 14 was pretty well received on a couple of the podcasts I listened to. I don't have any idea what's gonna win this.
I'm gonna go Pokken Tournament.
I guess I'll say Street Fighter 5.
Ditto. Street Fighter 5.
And Will's going... Is it Pokken or Pokken, Will?
No clue.
Pokken.
That's what
I
you're
was
going
saying
with?
Pokken because Will said it.
I
Alright.
meant to say Pokken, but then Pokken came out.
Yeah.
I'm going with Killer Instinct Season 3.
I thought about throwing that a bone myself, Corey.
So this is... We have nominated 3 games in that one. Wow.
That's rare.
Because we haven't played it
I was going to say lack of knowledge on that one.
We're getting into some of the ones we have played.
Yeah, I know.
Starting now, Best RPG, the best game designed for rich player character customization and progression, both offline and online, including massively multiplayer. The nominees are Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, World of Warcraft, and last year's release Xenoblade Chronicles X. Oh, did I say Legion for World of Warcraft? It's the expansion that came out this year.
Boo.
I mean, Witcher 3 is gonna win, right?
Yep.
Well,
It's Blood and
I
Wine.
kind of
I'm sorry, the DLC.
Oh, just the inspection.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I kind of have an issue with this one. I don't think World of Warcraft should be on there. I don't know that The Witcher should be on there because it's only one of the expansions that came out this year.
I agree with you, Dan.
Yeah.
It's fishy to me.
I totally agree. Do you think other people are gonna think that way?
I actually did read someone that said the same thing. It was one of the Forbes guys that I like to read.
Okay.
Said the same thing. But
Well,
I think it's probably going to be The Witcher. But if I had to pick from all those, it would be Xenoblade. Xenoblade was awesome. I wish that game would get the due its credits deserved.
I want to talk a little more about Xenoblade later.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna pick Dark Souls 3
Mhm.
because I think hopefully enough people think like you, Dan, and say we shouldn't probably pick an expansion.
Yeah, World of Warcraft or even The Witcher. As much as I loved it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Dark Souls.
Eric the Maverick Homa picking Dark Souls 3.
I mean,
It
pretty
pains.
well revered all around. It's not really a.
I'm gonna pick Legion.
I also picked Legion. Will.
I don't like that I picked Legion, but I think Legion will win.
No,
Fortunately.
me neither. Dan.
Do you? I'm just gonna go with the Blood and Wine
Okay.
from The Witcher. Do you think that we're seeing a trend here? Anything Blizzard is just about a shoe-in to win,
Oh, it's
and it's the same thing with Rockstar.
yeah. It's just golden.
Yeah.
Can't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
The problem is like Legion got like a 90 something on Metacritic, too,
Wow.
which is crazy.
It's just amazing to me that how old that game is and how much
You're
life
right.
it still has.
Dark Souls isn't gonna win. I'm gonna pick The Witcher. I'm gonna pick Blood and Wine.
Okay.
It's gonna be one of those fucking expansions for sure.
I'm thinking
I
I'm
agree.
gonna switch to The Witcher as well. And here's why. In thinking about it, like if this is one of the categories that the developers are picking, which I'm sure they
Yeah.
are, I don't see how The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine
I
can't
was thinking
win.
the same thing.
And it's amazing. I played like half of the Blood and Wine expansion, and it's amazing.
Right. From like a craftsman to another craftsman, like appreciating
Yeah,
the process and the outcome. I think it has to be Blood and Wine.
it's fantastic. I will give it that.
Will, you want to jump ship and join us in Blood and Wine, or are you going to stick with Legion?
No, I don't want any sweeps in any of these categories, so
Well, we've got
I'm
one
gonna stick
sweep
with
already.
Legion.
Ah,
one?
Yeah, tough shit, Will.
We had a couple unanimous ones. Overwatch for best multiplayer and Cloud9 for best esports team and best fan creation Enderal.
Oh, well, I'm still gonna stick with Legion.
All right. Moving forward to best action adventure game for the best game experience that combines combat with traversal and puzzle solving. The nominees are Dishonored 2, Hitman, Hyperlight Drifter, Ratchet and Clank, and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
I think Uncharted will win. If it was up
Yeah.
to me, Hitman would win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Uncharted 4.
Hyperlight Drifter seems like an odd choice amongst those other games, doesn't it?
Yeah, the other ones are pretty heavy hitters, and Hyperlight Drifter is like the
I
Little
don't
engine
play
that could-
Hyperlight
Yeah, I
Drifter.
was-
I don't know
I was-
anything about it.
Gonna say that the little indie that could.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Hitman here.
Really?
Kind of for the same reason I gave Blood and Wine to best RPG. Like, as a developer, they've seen the Uncharted formula, and yeah, it's a very good one. But they kind of like to think outside the box a little bit. And that's why I think they would go with Hitman.
Hitman is super good.
Yeah,
you know, with
pretty awesome.
the episodic stuff and the way they changed that game
Yeah.
to take it from what it was to what it became this year, which, like you said, is very impressive. I'm going to go with Hitman.
And Will, I forgot to tell you, I bought all the episodes when they were on sale this week. So
Did you really put
Yeah,
PS4?
Yeah.
Sweet. I want to play it. I did like what I played of it.
I had the first two, and I had been thinking about getting the rest of it, and they were on sale for like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
grabbed them.
What were the first couple games on the list? I missed it.
Dishonored
Dishonored
2,
2,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hitman, Hyper Light Drifter, Uncharted 4.
Ratchet and Clank isn't on there?
It is.
It is.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I'll say Uncharted.
Will and Dan for Uncharted. Eric.
Uncharted.
And I will stick with Hitman. Best action game. For the best game experience focused around first or third person combat. The nominees are Battlefield 1, Doom, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, and Titanfall 2.
This is a heavy hitter right here, this category.
Overwatch.
Overwatch will win, but it should be Battlefield. For me.
I'm gonna go Titanfall too. It's gotta win something because of how much love and respect it's gotten. So it's gonna win something.
I don't think it's gotten any more love and respect than any of the other ones.
It has. I mean, from players, I've heard mostly. I don't know if I've heard it like on podcasts I listen to necessarily, but people seem to love that game.
Yeah. I like, because a lot of reviews that I've read about the game, everyone's like, this game is amazing, incredible. So I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I said, I think it'll win something, and I think this would be the category it'd most likely win.
I'm surprised the new Call of Duty didn't get more love.
Anything?
I thought it was really good. I don't know.
It's because
Yeah, I don't
of the
know.
initial hatred for it kind of carried over.
Yeah, I guess so. People loved Doom too.
That's my
Yeah.
pick. I'm
Doom's good.
going with Doom. That for me is
Yeah.
the one that has to win something. Will.
Yeah, I'm gonna
There's-
pick Doom too, Corey. I think I'm gonna switch to Doom because you're right. That was the one that, like, you know, the guys on podcasts who are kind of in tune to all this stuff were talking about
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
amazing. So I think, yeah, if Doom's gonna win, it's gonna be here.
As an action game, you know, Overwatch does a lot of things really well, but I think when it comes down to just the like it says, best game experience focused around first or third person combat. I don't know. I think Doom does action better.
I mean, I wouldn't discount Overwatch as that.
Yeah. Well, we can
I don't know.
agree to disagree on that.
I think Overwatch is gonna win its share, and people are gonna say, "Well, let's go somewhere else here."
Exactly. That's the reason why. Because that's a tough category. Because all of those games are deserving of it. So.
So for best action game, we've got me and Eric for Doom, Dan for Overwatch, and Will for Titanfall 2. Yeah?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Best VR game for the best experience
Yes.
playable in virtual reality. Batman Arkham VR, Eve Valkyrie, Job Simulator, Res Infinite, and Thumper.
Res Infinite, I have heard talked about a ton on podcasts, and that's really the only one of these that I've heard talked about. So that's what I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, me too.
I read an article about Job Simulator, so I'll pick it.
Attaboy, Will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Eve Valkyrie. Because of the sitting experience, it's an easy translation to sit in a chair or sit in a cockpit for a starfighter. You know, it's a much more fine-tuned VR experience, I think.
Was that a launch title for all the VR stuff?
I think so.
I think so.
Gotcha.
I believe.
Shall we keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best mobile/handheld for the best game playable on mobile phones and dedicated gaming handhelds. Clash Royale, Fire Emblem Fates, Monster Hunter Generations, Pokemon Go, and Severed.
I picked Pokemon Sun and Moon.
You did a
Next
write
year.
in.
Next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be next year.
I
I mean,
guess
it'll
I'm gonna
be.
pick Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Fire
Should be
Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Should be.
Probably should be, but you know.
Unanimous Pokemon Go.
No.
You know
Fire
what? Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna be with Dan and go Fire Emblem on this one.
Okay. I'm logging this.
Clash Royale made me violent with my brief stint that I
Oh my
played it.
God, that game.
What? It's the game you guys finally came around to mobile gaming for.
Ugh, you're right. You're right. That game's pretty awesome.
This one's tough. Best independent game for outstanding achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Firewatch, Hyperlight Drifter, Inside, Stardew Valley, and The Witness.
Man,
I think for me, I think either The Witness or Inside will win.
I think Inside will win, but I would pick The Witness. But Inside is probably gonna win.
Yeah.
Stardew
Although Firewatch
Valley.
is pretty loved too, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with Inside.
I'm gonna go with The Witness. This is what I think is gonna win.
Okay, so Will, what are you going with?
Stardew Valley.
That's bold. I saw like a lot of again, this comes down to the fans versus developers thing, but I don't think I heard it really talked about on any of the podcasts I listened to. Like mentioned.
Stardew
Stardew
Valley?
Valley?
Yeah, mentioned. but-
Minimally.
yeah, I don't think anybody ever, got into it.
Nobody put 77 hours into it
they
like
didn't
I
get
did.
bonered up like you nerds did.
No, but that game sold how many millions of
Like,
copies? Like over 50
lot.
million at this point.
Yeah.
Coming to PS4 soon too.
Yeah, I got that in my nibble bit.
Shh, Eric.
Sorry.
It's alright, it's not a big deal. So Will's going Stardew Valley. Me and Eric are going Inside. And Dan's
We always
going. Dan's going
With The Witness.
The Witness. I wonder if there's enough people that secretly hate Jonathan Blow that they just.
I think
Maybe.
I had that thought, Corey. I was like, you know what?
That
He's
could be.
kind of a douche. Probably not gonna vote for him.
Jake's spoiling the winners. Apparently, they're doing some of the winners for the categories.
Yeah.
Alco. Cool.
Games for Impact. Honoring exemplary games that take on real-world issues and advocate for social change. 1979 Revolution, Blockhood, Orwell, See Her Hero Quest, and That Dragon Cancer.
I didn't play any of these, and the only one I know about is that Dragon Cancer.
I'm interested in Orwell. I actually put it on my Amazon or my Steam wish list.
What's that about?
It's about like surveillance.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's got a really neat art style and stuff.
You know
but
what? I think I did see that.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. But I'll say That Dragon Cancer just because of the press it got earlier in the year.
Yeah, I'll pick that too.
Yeah, that's the only one really I was familiar with, and that one I actually did play. So that's what I went with. Will, what are you settling on?
I guess That Dragon Cancer, but I know nothing about any of them.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not big Impact gamer guys.
We've
Yeah,
only
too
got
stupid.
We've only got a handful more, 5 more. Best performance awarded to an individual for voice overacting, motion and/or performance capture. Alex Hernandez as Lincoln Clay in Mafia 3, Sissy Jones as Delilah in Firewatch, Emily Rose as Elena in Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, Nolan North as Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4, Rich Sommer as Henry in Firewatch, Troy Baker as Sam Drake in Uncharted 4.
Wow.
I think Delilah's gonna win.
Yeah, that whole Firewatch thing was unbelievable. The interactions between Henry and Delilah. So I would pick one of those two. I think Eric's right. I think it'll end up being the what is her name? Missy?
Sissy?
Sissy Jones.
Sissy Jones.
Well, it's spelled Cissy.
I guess it could
Kissy?
be Kissy. Probably Sissy.
Sissy, yeah.
I'll go Sissy.
Yeah. So you guys are all going Delilah.
Yeah.
I'll go with Troy Baker as
I was gonna say
Sam
somebody's
Drake.
got to pick Troy Baker.
It's hard to bet against Troy Baker because he's
Yeah.
so good.
Or Nolan North.
Or Nolan North.
I do find it a little funny that the Mafia 3 guy is randomly on here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you never really heard.
I had no idea that it was even an impressive
I just think
performance.
somebody from Firewatch will win because the game was like based around the two of them talking so much that
Yeah.
it just makes sense, I guess.
That was the game, was
Yeah.
them talking. Okay.
Best music / sound design for outstanding audio inclusive of score, original song, licensed soundtrack, and sound design. Battlefield 1, Doom, Inside, Res Infinite, and Thumper.
Final Fantasy 15. Oh, next year, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon Moon.
I'm gonna pick Doom for this one. Actually, the music in Doom fits that game so fucking well. And I think Doom has a good chance of taking this one too.
Yeah, I haven't the foggiest for this one.
Me neither. I just went with Res Infinite because I know it's trippy. So that's
Is it?
that's what I went with.
I'm gonna pick Doom.
Dan,
What
Will,
was the first game you said?
Battlefield 1. That's another thing. Like, it's not just music. We have to talk about sound design, and I know people are crazy for Battlefield 1 sound design.
Yeah,
That is
that'll
really
I'm
be,
gonna
good.
actually.
that'll be my
I am
pick.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm going Battlefield 1 as well. Because it has to win a category, in my opinion.
I'm sticking with Doom, but Battlefield 1 does have great sound design.
Yeah. And again, you think about, putting music in a game is relatively easy compared to nailing sound design. So I
I
guess,
mean, there's
yeah.
sound design in Doom as well, but I just
that's a good point.
not.
And Inside too. I mean, Inside sound effects.
Yeah. I just don't think there's enough there.
Not enough
Give
there.
it to Inside. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a Res Infinite, a Doom, and 2 Battlefield 1s.
Right.
Best art direction for outstanding creative and technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Abzu, Firewatch, Inside, Overwatch, and Uncharted 4.
Firewatch, maybe. Yeah, Firewatch.
I'm gonna say Inside wins.
Yep, I'm with you
I
on
think
that.
it'll be between those two, actually.
I didn't think Firewatch looked all that great myself,
See, I loved the art for it.
and there was a lot of technical glitches when I played that game too. So I find it hard to believe that would win technical achievement.
That's true. That is
Oh.
a good point.
Overwatch.
You're-
Overwatch did look nice,
You're
but I
Picking
think
Overwatch.
Inside just has best art direction written all over it.
I mean, Abzu looked really good, but
Eh.
to me it was just another one of those.
Did
I
you
don't know.
play Abzu?
No, I didn't play it. I just.
It really
I
didn't
did.
look that great.
I agree with you, Eric, on Firewatch. The best looking part of Firewatch was the promotional materials.
Oh yeah, for sure. Regular No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Easy
That's
there.
harsh.
I
Easy.
mean, they did a lot with a little, but that still just makes a medium, Did that make
Yeah.
that makes sense?
Sure.
I
Moving
knew what you
along.
meant, if that's what you're getting at.
Wait, is everybody locked in for that one?
Inside.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Everyone's locked in. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Your options are Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, Oxenfree, and Uncharted 4.
I
Boy.
think it's between Uncharted and Firewatch.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Firewatch for this one.
I'm gonna say Uncharted wins.
I'm with Dan. Eric's going Uncharted. Will?
This is tough. See, Firewatch was based around like this sort of thing, but I'll go Uncharted because I don't think I've really picked it for anything.
Okay. Anybody have any thoughts on any of those before we move on?
Nah, I just think
Not a-
Uncharted is just
Not a great
going
selection
with
No, I wasn't in love with these.
for best narrative.
Yeah, I went with Firewatch.
There must not have been a lot of good story games this year.
I was actually going to bring that up. There wasn't that many good story or RPG games this year, in my opinion.
They're running out of ideas, guys.
That's true.
All video games feel the same to me anymore
They're running.
in any given genre.
But it's kind of weird because the category that I don't enjoy as much anymore is shooters. I think it was one of the best years for shooters,
Yeah, it definitely was.
which is hilarious.
Yep.
It's all
I mean, Call of
downhill
Duty.
from here. Can't get any
Great.
better.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm with you though, Eric, but that's why I enjoy a game like Final Fantasy 15, which to me feels
Oh.
pretty different.
Fucking love that game.
We'll talk about that a little bit later though.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta love.
Best game direction. Recognizing a game studio for outstanding creative vision, game direction, and design. Blizzard for Overwatch, DICE for Battlefield 1, id for Doom, Naughty Dog for Uncharted 4, and Respawn for Titanfall 2.
Blizzard.
I can't pick against Overwatch. I just can't.
I think Naughty Dog wins. It's the last Uncharted. It's a nostalgia. I think Naughty Dog wins that one.
Do you think it's the last Uncharted, or is it the last Nathan Drake Uncharted?
It's at very least the last Nathan Drake Uncharted, and I don't think we'll see another Uncharted for a long time.
Yeah, we're going to get Lara Drake after she
Yeah.
marries Nathan and
Fuck.
continues the Tomb Raider saga.
Oh. No, okay.
Tomb
Okay.
Raider with
No,
Lara
it's
Drake.
dumb. Naughty Dog is going to win.
I'm actually going to go with id again.
For Doom,
Just trying to give Doom some love, even though I never played it.
you have the ability to now.
I do. I really do.
You should play it, Corey.
I should play it before we do the thummies.
Give it a little time. I mean, you'll get the gist of it after a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what always happens at the end of the year, right before our thummies. I get 2 hours into a bunch of different games just to be able to talk about them. One more category, Game of the Year, for a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Your options are Doom, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4.
Huh.
Overwatch.
I think Uncharted wins.
It's either Overwatch or Uncharted. I'll go Overwatch though.
I am also going with Overwatch.
I think we're going to see Overwatch win a lot of Game of the Year awards.
For sure.
Blizzard.
That's sad.
I just can't bet against Blizzard. I just can't.
Hey, it's a real good
Thank you.
game, guys.
I'm not even saying it's a bad game, but when an only online multiplayer shooter wins Game of the Year, and there's no story or anything to it, it's just there.
Oh, I know.
That seems a little sad to me.
Yep.
I mean, I think one of the heavier hitters, Final Fantasy 15, just isn't up for anything because it came out too late, which kind of sucks.
I know, but there was the whole rest of the year. I mean,
It wasn't that
regardless
great.
of Final Fantasy 15,
It wasn't that great for games this year.
I think a lot of people would argue that.
I mean, other than shooters, I don't remember very much that I played outside of Deus Ex.
I'm not saying I'm arguing with you, but I think a lot of people would disagree with that.
I mean, I played Deus Ex, Uncharted. I haven't played Titanfall, Inside. I played
Dark Souls
an
3,
hour of Doom. Didn't play Dark Souls.
The Witness, Inside,
Yeah, I didn't play The Witness.
Forza Gears. I mean, there was a lot of big games this year.
I think it was a great year for indies. There's a lot of good indies that came out this year.
Yeah, to me, it's like indies are much more polished than they used to be.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot more developers able to deliver full video game experiences.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Are we
Wait,
gonna?
so what? You guys all picked Overwatch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it then, right?
That
Yeah,
is
I got
it.
nothing.
Do we want to talk briefly about the Steam Awards?
Yeah, we'll
I
just
don't
run.
understand the Steam Awards.
We'll just run through the categories. Basically, any game that's on Steam are eligible for these awards.
Mhm.
I was never
Yeah,
given a choice to pick.
What do you mean?
On
Are they
Steam.
like? Are they just poking fun at Game Awards or what? Like,
It seems like they are a little bit. No, Corey, what you had to do is you had to go to the store page for the game that you wanted to pick, and then from the store page, that's where you nominated the game.
Yeah.
Because I nominated most of the categories. But anyway, go ahead.
are they showing new Death Stranded video? Death
Yeah,
Stranding?
yeah, they're supposed to have that on there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That looks like what it is. So the Steam Awards, the categories are, and they're all fan, Steam user voted on. It's a very broad category, kind of like what we do with some of our awards.
Yep.
But now, in the future, we'll be accused of copying Valve,
Valve's gonna sue us.
because that's just the way it works. The first one is the Test of Time Award. This award is for a game that is just as good today as the day you first played it. Newer games may come out, but it doesn't matter. You'll always come back to play this one. I think that's the Skyrim Award.
I gave
Yeah.
this one to BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
one of the
say
few, it's one of the few games I could, like want to play once a year. I know it's only been out for like three or 4 years maybe, but it's one I think I'll just play once a year every year for a
I'd
while.
have to go with Skyrim there too, Corey.
Yeah.
Mine's Final Fantasy Tactics.
Is that on Steam?
No, it isn't. So Final Fantasy 6 then.
Oh, there you go.
It would be for me if it wasn't for those updated sprites.
Oh, come on. They're not.
I
that
hated
bad.
them. Yes, they are.
I don't get it. I don't get the hate for those. I really don't. Some of them I think are much improved.
How dare you?
But anyway, the Just 5 More Minutes Award. You have an early day tomorrow. You need to get some sleep, so you're just going to finish one more thing before you decide to tuck in for the night.
Civ
Just one
6.
more. Yep. Wait, one more? What's that you say? It's 2:30 a.m. This award was for the game that keeps you playing late.
For me, it would be Rocket League, but I think any of the Civilization games.
You pick what you think it is.
Oh, well, I would pick Rocket League.
Or are we picking what we think is going to win? Because
Oh, I don't
for this
think it
one,
matters.
it could be any game.
Yeah.
Any game on Steam.
Oh my god.
I put I nominated Crusader Kings 2
It's a good pick.
because it would be that or one of the Civ games.
It's a good pick, Dan.
For me, Rocket League, I just am always like, well, I can play one more match. You know?
Well, now I'm on a win streak. I can't stop till I lose.
Yeah. Or I'm on a losing streak. Well, I can't end on this.
Yep. 12
I
games
gotta
later.
win at least one, yeah.
The Whoa Dude Award. Some games melt your face. Maybe it was a crazy plot twist. Maybe you just got your wisdom teeth removed. Either way, this game blows your mind.
Witcher 3 specifically because of the Bloody Baron.
Yep. I thought of it more as like our Under the Influence game award.
Yeah.
Like a Proteus.
I don't
or,
know. I just thought that the plot twists in there and everything that could happen was pretty great.
Mhm.
BioShock Infinite ending.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
I had to watch a video after it of them playing through the ending just so I could see grasp everything.
So did I, Will. Multiple times.
What other
I
games
picked
did that?
I picked Saints Row the Third for this one, only because of how the game started. That whole action sequence with the airplane was amazing, and then
Oh, yeah.
just after that, like the game just continuously got crazier and more over the top.
That's true. Saints Row the Third was an amazing game.
Yeah, I think it's on my top 5 favorite. Well, is it number 5 for me? I'd have to reevaluate my list, but
Just 20 more episodes, Dan.
I know.
Better get thinking.
Jeez, what month is that?
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
20 weeks. April.
It is the week of
I'm-
April 17th.
Okay.
Oh, if we record on Thursday, it would be April 20th, which would be 420. Episode 200 on 420.
Nice. I like it.
Villain most in need of a hug award. I can't think of.
Sephiroth.
I mean, yeah, like the Final Fantasy villains are always good.
I don't think I nominated anything for this category. I couldn't come up with anything.
No, I can't think of a damn
What
thing.
villain needs a hug? Is there like a tragic villain? Like a villain that maybe doesn't want to be a villain, but nobody loves him?
Sephiroth.
No, he's just evil.
No, he had a really bad backstory.
He's evil.
Kefka's pure evil.
No, Kefka's is tragic.
No,
Because he was
Sephiroth was tragic.
he was a victim of the Empire. That's what made him go mad in their Magitech research. Yes, that's tragic.
Sephiroth. What was Sephiroth's backstory? He was created from another.
I'm not helping you with your own argument, Will.
Oh my god, I gotta remember. It's gonna bother me. Kefka's pure evil. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll move on while Will researches that. The game within a game award. Kinder eggs, peanut butter cups, jelly donuts, all great things stuffed with other great things, like a mighty turducken. This award celebrates the best minigame hidden within another game.
I did The Witcher 3 for Gwent. This one.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat, I think.
Even though I didn't really play Gwent that much, I just know how loved that was.
It's a good pick. Trying to think. Good mini games. Did you play the arcade machine in Final Fantasy 15, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a good time with that. I spent too much time doing it though.
I had to cut myself off because I didn't want to spend all my time doing that.
Yeah. I thought this game was cool before it won an award. For me, that's Stardew Valley. Because I did think it was cool before anybody was talking about it. Actually,
I think for me it was Rocket League because if you remember when I played the beta,
Yeah.
I think I said that this could end up being, I don't know if I said my game of the year, but something along those lines after I played the beta.
I do remember
Gotcha.
you saying that.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick Rocket League.
I went with Dragon's Dogma for this one.
You were always big on the
I kind of
Dragon's Dogma train.
I kind of bought that on a whim and ended up loving it, and I recommended it to a lot of people who also ended up playing it and loving it.
Yeah. Me being one of them. The best use of a farm animal award?
I did Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard not to pick that. Unless you're thinking more like, what's that one? Goat Simulator?
Yeah, go.
You
I
know,
thought about this.
Just Cause 3, you could strap dynamite and rockets to cows and they would fly around. That's
Nice.
pretty fun.
That's good. And the last one is the We Didn't Think of Everything award, which is basically just come up with an award title and nominate the game. And I guess people are really pushing for No Man's Sky kind of thing.
Sure they are.
So
Of course.
it was funny. I was doing research on the Game Awards before we were going to start, and I typed the Game Awards into Reddit. And the first post was that Sean Murray was going to join Jeff Keighley on stage to talk about No Man's Sky updates.
Yeah,
And I was
That's a
like,
bad idea.
What? And I started reading through it, and it's like, yeah, he's going to talk about all the changes that are coming to the game, blah, 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 blah. And then I realized it was from last year, the post. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay.
So
Any other
that's that.
thoughts?
No.
Do we have any winners yet from the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon Go won, I assume... Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Pokemon Go won, was it Family Game? Did they do that one?
Yeah, I'm
I don't know which
assuming
one.
that's the one it won.
Or best mobile handheld?
I don't know. Think it was that one. I figured they would save that one for the show itself. This was like pre-show stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't think they'd spend stage time on Best Family Game. Do you?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
And then what is it? Anticipated game for Zelda? Zelda won something. That's the only one it was up for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most anticipated, yeah.
Yeah.
So, those must be the family or the tabulated Twitter votes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, I have my argument about Sephiroth, Corey.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so he was the product of the experiment of Shinra, all right? And he didn't realize this. He was just a normal ex-soldier like Cloud when they went to the village. And then when he finally figured out that he was actually just an extraterrestrial life form is when he started to go mad. That's a little more tragic than just being in the Empire, in my opinion.
He wasn't just in the Empire. He's a victim of their experiments. It's not much different.
Hey, you're right. Actually, now that we talk about it, it is not much different.
Yeah. God. Final Fantasy isn't creative. Ugh.
Got that right.
All right. Shall we get into Noble Bits?
Yeah, I gotta step out for a second, but go
Okay.
ahead and get started.
All right. I will start with Noble Bits. 2 small ones. All right. Yeah. As if you haven't had enough with Steam sales already, with the fall sale just concluding, the likely dates of the Steam winter sale have just leaked on NeoGAF. Apparently, they were confirmed by Eurogamer or corroborated. With Eurogamer. It's going to start on December 22nd. That's the lucky day, and it's going to supposedly conclude on January 2nd. So that's a good, 11 days worth of sales.
Chunk, yeah.
So hopefully I have money by then. I won't, but hopefully I do. Maybe spend some Christmas money.
I think I might be getting a new video card to toy around with for Christmas, Dan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready to buy it, and
I definitely will.
I'll dig you one because they changed.
Have any deals?
They might, but the prices change so much that
Okay.
when you're actually like going to sit down and buy it, let me know and I'll find one for you.
Okay.
For a good price. Because like even the one I sent you, the price varies by like $50
Okay.
based on stock and stuff. So.
Gotcha.
And then my last one, Ubisoft's free game for its 30th anniversary. Last free game for its 30th anniversary was just announced with Assassin's Creed 3 being the lucky winner. As usual, just fire up Uplay if you can remember your password. Claim your free copy. Yeah, that's not one to finish off with. That game was terrible. I still have to play through that again on a dare from Idaho Jake.
Oh yeah,
I'm I was supposed to play it this year. It's not going to happen this year, but really not looking forward to that. But anywho, what do you got, Will?
So my first one is that Forza Horizon 3 is getting its first piece of, I guess it's basically an expansion pack, but it's called Blizzard Mountain. And if you guys know me, you know I love myself some snow.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to bring ice, snow, and extreme elevations and more to the open world racing game on top of new cars, stuff like that. So I'm going to be definitely trying to play more Forza Horizon 3, especially when this comes out. So there's that. And my other one is Ninja Theory bumps Hellblade into 2017. They talked about why the game's taken a little bit. It's because they were working on another project, which eventually got canceled, and they were also working with Epic Games to push performance of capture technology forward. And they said that the reason why Hellblade's taking a while is because they wanted this to be funded by them, so they could, take the time that they wanted to make sure they're making the game that they want, and not like being influenced by outside forces to do what they want, on top of taking the time to not be rushed to release it. So they said at some point they'll let us know, but it should be out in 2017.
Nice.
That's it for me, I guess. Nothing else really.
Okay. What do you got, Eric? What do you got, Eric?
Oh, Dan, I have two for you tonight. The first one, Final Fantasy 15 has shipped 5 million copies, making it the fastest start ever for the Final Fantasy franchise. So off to a good start there.
Say that again, Eric?
And yeah.
Sorry.
Final Fantasy 15 has shipped 5 million copies, making it the fastest start ever for the franchise.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
And my second and last piece of Nibble Bits is about Battlefront. The last piece of their season pass has been revealed, and it's going to tie in with the Rogue One movie that's coming out this holiday season. So that's kind of cool. It's going to have 4 maps on planet Scarif. Do you guys know anything about Scarif?
No.
Corey? No? Not from your books?
No.
2 playable characters, Jin Urso and the villain Orson Krennic, U-Wing ship, and some guns and things of that nature. It will also have a new game mode called Infiltration, which is on foot as well as in space. And that is from Destructoid, if you'd like to read about it.
I almost bought Battlefront
On
2
sale?
days ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
$15.
I mean,
real close.
$15, it's fun to just screw around.
Yeah, I wanted to play the survival mode.
Mm.
And I had a hankering for Star Wars from playing Galaxy of Heroes.
Oh, fair enough.
So that's what I was going to play, but I never ended up buying it. But anywho. All right.
That's it.
What do you got, Corey?
Oh, let's see here. Oops, what did I just do? Red Dead Redemption and its Undead Nightmare DLC are coming to PlayStation Now on December 6th. Probably be a good opportunity to use your 7-day free trial of PlayStation Now, if you haven't yet.
There you go.
Stardew Valley is coming to Xbox One on December 14th and PS4 the day before on December 13th. It's a good holiday game to get into. Tide yourself over the holidays. Get you into next year. Also, they're planning on a Switch release, so Nintendo Switch.
Uh-huh.
What game
I'll
is
probably buy it again.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Oh, yeah.
That little indie that came out at the beginning of the year.
Little indie farm sim.
The little indie that could.
Possible game of the year for Thumbstick athletes.
Farming / spelunking sim.
Definitely. Best use of a farm animal game. This would be a good one for Roundtable back when we did our little Roundtable discussions. It's less of news more than it is it's an interesting tidbit more than it is news. A group of Civ 5 fans are playing Civ 5 like an actual democracy, and they're calling themselves the Democraciv. Eh?
I like it.
So this is all according to Kotaku. So they have political parties that can vote users into power. And they also have a constitution that divides power and dictates how everyone plays. There's 3 branches: the judicial branch, which settles disputes among the players; the legislative branch, which debates and forms laws that govern how the game is played; and the executive branch, which actually plays the game. They have mayors for city placements and build orders and citizen duties. And then there are ministers that govern trade routes and diplomacy. And there are generals that order military units around the map. But they can't declare war on their own. And someone actually posted the link to the Constitution in the comments of this article on Kotaku. And it was a 28-page Constitution.
Oh my god.
That's pretty cool.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. I'll have to read more into that.
I wish I had the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how is this all coordinated?
By the Constitution, Dan. It's a government.
No, I know, but like through communication between the players to play the game.
I'm sure there's a number of different ways to do it. I don't know this. I didn't read enough about the specifics.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'm interested.
Talk about games for change or best fan creation. Something like this should
yeah, absolutely.
Should definitely qualify. But
that's very cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. But that's all I have for Nibble Bits.
How was your week?
Good. I don't really have a ton to talk about. I haven't done much interesting. I've been trying to stop drinking coffee. I'm on day 5 of no coffee. which is pretty good.
What happened to your?
For me?
What was it? Bullet coffee or whatever?
Yeah, it sucks not having it, but
Oh,
I always said I don't want to be one of those people that like wakes up and needs their coffee to function.
I love being one of those people.
So I'm trying to go back to not drinking coffee. So
I used to in the summer I would try to purge my system of caffeine. And I would go like 2 weeks or 3 weeks without any caffeine.
Yeah.
I used to be able to do it. There's no way in hell I could do it now. I require caffeine to function.
Guys, do you want? Because I'm kind of watching the Game Awards in the background. Do you want me to announce the winners as they come up or not?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
want to know.
Best art direction went to Play Dead Inside.
Inside. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Nice. So Corey, cross-reference with our.
Inside, Corey and Eric.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
other two
Stupid
jokers picked Overwatch, didn't they?
Will picked Firewatch.
Yeah, I
did.
did.
I picked Overwatch,
Dan
right?
picked Overwatch. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Corey, I do want to say after like a month and a half of using bulletproof coffee just about every day, I'm gonna try and only use it like when I really think I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. What happens with me now though is I have to eat, but I still don't have the huge appetite that I used to have. I don't know if it's just like out of habit now. I don't really need to eat until I get home from work at like 3. But I do eat.
I don't know how you do that.
I eat a yogurt at 9 and then a cheese stick at noon, and then I just binge from the time I get home to the time I go to bed.
Once you get used to not eating very much, you really like can't eat very much. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a transition period of like 2 or 3 weeks. If you can get through it with not eating very much, you really find out that, like you said, Corey, you don't need to eat very much.
Right. It's weird too. Like
2 to 3 weeks, so huh?
I'll be really
Yeah.
I'll be really hungry at noon, and then all it takes is that one cheese stick, and I'm not pretending like, oh, that fills me up, but like that feeling of being
Makes you
famished
satisfied.
goes away.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh my god, I need to eat something immediately. You know, one little
Yeah.
cheese stick can kind of quell that for another 3 hours.
Sure.
You guys are crazy.
I don't know. I'm weird. I'm just a weirdo.
No, you're normal because the amount of food that we can all put away isn't human.
No, it's not. It's
Uh,
my favorite.
really.
My favorite pastime is to stuff my goddamn face.
Oh my god. There's nothing I like better than going out to eat.
It's
I'm
good
with
stuff.
you on that.
Boy, did we do that a lot this week.
Sometimes you just gotta go out.
Yeah, we needed to this week. So we did.
Nice.
Also,
Okay.
saw The Arrival, Eric, which
Oh
I
yeah, I forgot about that.
I like I said when I mentioned it in our group chat, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was as good as everyone made it out to be, and part of that might have been expectations, because everybody really hyped it up for me. But I don't know, it didn't do it for me. It didn't really do anything for me.
Why?
My girlfriend looked at me at one point and she's like, "This is so boring," and I was like, "No, it's really good." Because I thought the first half hour of the movie was really good. The build up to the meeting of the aliens and all that stuff, like everything leading up to that was awesome. And then once they got into the second act and it was just them like going back and forth and kind of figuring things out, I started to get bored. And then like by the end of the movie, I was like, okay, that was just okay. But then there were a couple lines and the way they tied everything together at the end of the movie that were cringeworthy for me. When what's his name? It's kind of a spoiler, but when what's his name says like, "Oh, I've always wanted to meet the aliens, but who would have known the biggest thing that happened to me would be meeting you," or something stupid like that.
God.
I'm just
that
like,
was a line.
yeah, but it's like there was no.
See, I don't ever read into movies deep enough to even give a fuck about that, I guess.
But that I don't even think I'm reading into anything. Like that's just
I don't
like,
pay any attention to like cringeworthy lines. Nothing ever
it just came out of left
jumps
field.
out at me like that.
Like
What do you
obvious.
mean? It was a love story.
That's
it
a pretty
was,
bad
it
line,
was
though.
not a love story.
How could you not see that?
The only reason it was a love story was because it ended with love. There was no love things
I mean,
happening
you didn't
building
have
up
that
to it.
figured out. Like,
I had it figured out, but if you're gonna call it a love story, it was a terrible one. I thought, because all that
I mean,
happened.
it wasn't a love story, but like,
All that happened
I mean,
was okay. You see this guy's single, this girl's single. They're obviously gonna fall in love, and then nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens, and then they fall in love.
So
Yeah.
let me ask
I
you:
don't
is
know.
the love arc shoehorned into the movie?
It's not shoehorned,
No,
but
Stop.
it's not earned. That line at the end was not earned for me, and that like it just made me face palm. Like, ugh.
yeah, I mean, I guess there was no real huge relationship building between the two of them the whole time.
Which is fine.
If that's what you mean.
Which is fine. Like that would have been all right if there was something else interesting to like, or thematically interesting or allegorical or
Well,
something.
no, I think what you're saying makes sense that it's not really a love story, and he didn't have any business saying that at the end because there was no real.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like there's a big
Connection.
relationship forming between the two of them like that.
Exactly. I mean, you could
Yeah.
see it at best.
Very late though.
At best he was mildly flirty, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Oh yeah, at best. No, you're right about that.
And
But I guess I
even
just didn't care.
and even without giving anything away, the ending, the sort of gift that they give to her, I don't know. It kind of came out of nowhere for me. And I get I liked the linguistics premise of it, but I don't think they explored that enough.
No,
It
they
sound-
didn't.
It
And-
sounds like a modern day Contact.
Well, that's the thing. That's the movie I was explaining to my girlfriend. I'm like, a movie that did this kind of thing right was Contact, or even Interstellar. Granted, Interstellar was much more heavy in the action, which this wasn't. This was like a thinking sci-fi, which, again, I'm okay with. Like, Contact was a great example of that. But Interstellar also, I thought, did this kind of thing really, really well. But, I don't know. That, like I was saying, that gift they gave her was kind of... Oh, no, we were talking about the linguistics. The best part of that aspect of it was when she talks about the kangaroo.
Yeah.
And then after that, she's like, oh, I just made that up, but it proves my point. And I'm like, well, yeah, it proves your point, but I was really hoping to, like, learn some heavy linguistic stuff, in watching this movie.
Sorry to put in best action game, Doom.
All right, let's see. Best action game. Doom. Corey and Eric.
You guys
guys
are
are-
so smart.
You guys are prescient
Guys, we just know the industry. That's all it is.
Yeah,
industry
Yeah, but
insiders.
Corey, no, you're right. And there were things I didn't like about the movie, like the one real action scene. It's kind of spoilery, so I don't want to.
With the
You
explosion.
know those? Yeah.
Okay.
Where did that come from?
That was that was
Those
another
two guys,
thing.
Those two guys were like nothing the
Yeah.
entire time, and then all of a sudden they're gonna pull this big thing off.
Yeah, and that was another like little touch at political allegory, like with the right-wing radio guy. At one point, they showed him listening to that, but it was
Yeah.
just those two. It was just that, and then the immediate reaction. There wasn't
Yeah,
any.
there was way too little build up to that.
Yep.
And I thought Lawrence Fishburne. Is it Lawrence Fishburne? No.
Forrest
What's the
Whitaker?
guy's name? He was terrible.
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah, I didn't know what he was going for. Amy Adams
No,
was
it was
awesome.
bad.
She was really good.
Oh yeah. But I liked the movie overall. I thought it was cool.
And I think if it was one of those movies I tuned into Netflix like late at night by myself on a weekend, I would have thought it was much better.
Yeah.
But I don't go to the theaters very often, and everyone really hyped this one up for me, so I think it was just another expectations versus reality for me. I don't know. I had a lot of issues with it. And even like the sci-fi imagery stuff, there was so few of it. The aliens, okay, but then it was the same shot of them over and over and over again.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen a little more of the aliens and kind of like what they had going on.
Yeah. And they're
No, you're right. It wasn't like the best movie ever. I just thought it was good.
the one like quote unquote like classic scene from that movie will be the gravity corridor that they enter in the ship. I think that was cool. But
That
again,
was
that
cool.
happened in the first half hour of the movie. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
That and the linguistics part I thought were really neat.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's got like a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that.
I don't know, man. Good. I thought it was
Because
good.
the biggest thing in his life was meeting her.
Like I read some reviews too, and they're talking about it as like Oscar bait and like Oscar Best Picture material, and I'm just like, I don't know about that.
I mean,
I guess I haven't seen
movies
enough
kinda
movies.
suck.
I haven't seen enough movies this year.
Maybe I'm in the minority, but
Movies do suck,
I
I
feel
think,
the
in
same way
general.
about movies. Like they're just running out of clever ideas, and there may be some clever stuff out there, but it never gets to a theater that I'm gonna go to.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna see it probably.
Yep. And
so
that's unless you
I lose interest, and I'm getting that way with video games.
so unless you love Marvel movies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh great, how many times do I need to watch fucking Captain America throw his disc around?
Yeah.
Like, ugh. I go to the Red Box every now and again, hoping I might stumble across something, and I'm like, how are movie theaters even open anymore?
It's the
Who
same.
goes to watch this shit?
It's the same like 5 movies that just have different actors in them, and then your superhero movies. That's all there is.
Oh, it's terrible.
So I really wanted to go see Arrival, and I told my girlfriend I would take her and pay for her movie ticket, which I don't do because I'm poor. But of course, we chose Tuesday night, which is discount night at the movie theater, $8 a ticket, and there were a bunch of people in line. And she's like, "Oh my God, is this gonna sell out?" And I was like, "No, everyone here is here to see that Fantastic Beast movie."
Oh, what's
Yeah.
that about?
It's
Isn't that the J.K.
It's the Harry
Rowling?
Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter universe movie. I guess it takes place in the United States.
Yeah.
In the Harry Potter universe.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
That Dragon Cancer won its category.
Another
Okay.
one.
Games for Change.
Another
Yep.
one for all of us.
Poor
Right?
guy's up there crying on stage.
Did we all pick that one? Well,
Making me emotional.
I know.
his child died
I gotta turn the sound off. Jesus. I'm gonna start bawling.
for that. That was the basis of the game.
Yeah.
Oof.
That does have to be emotional. Poor guy.
Yeah, right? Anywho. Movies.
Movies.
Wah, wah.
There's some alright movies that came out this year, but not great.
Kids movies are where it's at.
Yeah.
Well, I went to see a kids movie this year.
What'd you say?
Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, we're gonna get that. Did you like it?
I mean, it was okay. It's a kids
Yeah.
movie.
Dan,
I
it's
saw,
on my Plex server if you want to watch it.
Okay. Because we saw Finding Dory, which was good.
I don't like kids movies either. I never really
Okay.
have.
Yeah, I've always liked the animated ones.
See,
Also-
I don't like animated stuff usually.
Also on my Plex server is Kubo and the Two Strings.
Okay.
What's that?
If you want to watch that, it's another animated movie.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
Nice. Okay. Anything else, Corey?
I don't think so. Westworld.
Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about Westworld at all?
I don't have a ton to say. That episode kind of, I don't know, bothered me a little bit. Like I texted you, like I just thought there was one too many big reveals.
What were the big reveals that
So I can't remember all of them now, but the one that really bothered me was towards the
we
end.
may get spoilery here?
Mild spoilers, but if you don't know what we're talking about, you're not going to know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So just tune out if you watch but didn't watch the most recent episode.
Yeah.
The part where she says like, "Oh, now I know why. It's because I killed you." It's like dun dun dun, and that whole I don't know. Yeah, it just again like not earned. You can't just say it. I don't know.
What do you mean? I don't get that.
You can't like it's.
Corey,
It's okay. So when you're telling a story, like it's so much more rewarding to have some sort of build up to it rather than just like saying it. And I don't mean build up in like they hinted at
Yeah, I guess
something happening. I mean
what do
like
you mean about building up to
like
that?
it has to be earned. Those lines have to be earned.
I guess I'm not following. what you
Otherwise,
mean
for
there.
me, there's no payoff.
I understood what you meant with the movie we were talking about. I guess I'm not following like
It would have been much more interesting to see it. Put it that way, rather than for her.
we
just
will
to,
see it though.
just
Don't
to say
you
it.
know damn well we're gonna see it.
Will we? Because it already
Of
happened.
course we will. Yeah, but how many times do they flash back to things?
Well, not with that specific character. I don't even think we've seen him on screen, have we?
You know we're gonna see it.
But still, like, I would have rather seen it than been told it. You know,
The show
I
sounds
don't know.
stupid.
show don't tell. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But there were a few others. I don't know. It was still good. It's just
I think you're grasping here, buddy. I gotta disagree with you.
the thing with Westworld that I'm trying not to do with, or that I did with Game of Thrones. I'm trying not to
Fan
do with
theories.
Westworld is the fan theory stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
See, I don't think I could enjoy Westworld if I didn't listen to the podcasts and stuff that I listened to, because I would have no fucking clue what was going on.
yeah,
Because I can't pay close enough attention. I'm a very passive watcher when I watch things, so it's hard for me to keep track of everything.
yeah.
It's a different way to watch things, though, for sure. But I think for this show, I have to take part in all that. Otherwise, I would have no idea. Like, specifically towards the end of the last episode, I don't want to spoil it too bad, but there was some stuff going on that, like, I don't know how you would have even really noticed it or pieced together if you didn't take part in that kind of thing.
Yeah, but people do.
Ugh. Yeah, but I mean, those are the people that are on Reddit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was reading a Reddit thread after the episode, and they were saying how people had predicted most of these things by episode 2.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
the one
what?
podcast I listened to, she's been talking about a couple of those things for a while.
God, it just exhausts me, and I have like PTSD to the Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I have to do it for for Westworld. I thought it was a really good episode. But like I said, I kind of knew I've been expecting a lot of that stuff to happen, so
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't big reveal. For me, I guess it's more the way that they do the reveals that I enjoy.
Maybe that's just it. Maybe I'm just sick of like big reveals. Maybe I just don't want those anymore.
The thing is I've never really gotten into TV shows
Yeah.
or movies, so like maybe I just have low expectations. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the big reveal thing is all new to me.
Yeah.
I can't point to one TV show that I've really gotten into
That has stuff like that.
that has, like, yeah,
Other than
The
Gilmore
Office
Girls.
and Seinfeld never really took that route. You know what I mean?
Pretty
Right.
Little Liars.
So I don't, you know, I don't know. I really like that. I'm really looking forward to the season finale.
Is that this Sunday?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll be able to watch now. This is one I wanted to binge watch.
Well, so are you
Or
going to
as
binge
close-
watch right before and then watch the last episode live?
I probably won't be able to. I'm not gonna have time. I'll wait till afterwards. But
It's only 9 episodes, right? It's a 10 episode season.
10 episode season,
yeah,
50 minutes.
Game of Thrones format, which I like. Okay,
I think the wife and I are gonna give that another go.
are ya?
Maybe.
Honestly, like after having watched through the entire thing, is it 3 times now? Yeah, the first season is definitely slow as compared to the others, but
I'll try to stick with it. I don't know.
it's a lot of TV, that's for sure.
It might be too violent for her. She doesn't like violence.
Yeah. See, neither does my wife, but I don't know. I always kind of alerted her to the really bad parts, but you know, it's my whole thing is it's fake.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't like really nasty gore, but you know, battle violence is fine
Agreed.
for me. Anywho, anything else, Corey?
No.
All right. Will, what do you got?
I don't know. I've literally been just putting off schoolwork and playing Pokemon at this point. I have very little work left to do, so I just need to buckle down and do it. I do need your guys' help with a project real quick. I need ideas.
No.
So Corey and Dan, I have to do for my English class. This guy is like a Buddhist. Real interesting guy, makes class very interesting. But for our final project, we have to do a manual on wisdom. And it's 5 to 7 pages on a point in your life where you think you needed wisdom. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 6 journal entries. And each one, I'll do 3 journals before the age that I am right now, and then 3 at later points in my life. And the only one that I have like solid in my head that I'm going to write about is the last one, and that'll be on my deathbed.
Uh-huh.
So I
So
need
he's okay with it not being about one thing?
one instance. Yeah, he doesn't care. I asked him if I could do it like that, and he said sure.
I like that.
So I needed advice. I'm assuming, because I don't really know specific points when I could write. Like maybe one could be like before I did like thinking about a career, like in college and stuff like that. You know. So any one would be good.
Well, I mean, I always would point to tragedy.
As
You
one.
had much tragic go on?
I mean, my father was sick at one point. That'd
There
probably
you
be a
go.
good
Oh,
one.
yeah. That's a good one.
So that'd be one for before.
That's one. Yep.
So then I would need 2 more before and 2 more after. I guess I could do like wedding day for one after, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
I guess I'm missing, like, you want specific pieces of advice for these times in your life? Is
No,
that what
just
you're-
like different points in your life where you think you would need advice or
when-
wisdom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
Jeez,
like,
I don't
on
know
the-
how dark you want to get. I could get pretty dark with this one.
Well, my dad came up with prison sentence for one after. So there.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little wisdom from someone who's experienced in the penal system.
but he's because I'm just gonna write
Plenty
a
of
journal
people to pick
entry.
from in Newark Valley.
Because I'm just gonna write journal entries and base it off what we learned in class and tie it into what I think would be good for that scenario.
Gotcha.
Looks like Boogie won.
Boogie.
Boogie 2988, huh?
Did anybody pick Boogie?
No, I don't
Somebody
think
did,
so.
didn't
Oh, Dan did. Dan did.
No, I didn't. I think
No.
I picked Danny O'Dwyer.
Nobody for Boogie.
I'm glad Boogie won. Anywho. Go ahead.
So yeah, like I don't know. I guess I could do. Where was I? So one on my deathbed, like one on wedding day, one on. I don't know. I guess I could do graduating college, right?
No,
No.
that's not
You
a
don't
big
need
deal.
advice on that.
Well, then what?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Let's talk about that off air. I think
Okay, that's
Could
all
be
I
a long
had.
talk.
That's all I really had for this week.
Having a child is a pretty big life changer. That would be
Yeah.
a good time to have some wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that's a way better one than.
Or when you yourself become ill.
Yeah, that's gonna be my last one.
Oh, yeah, you said deathbed.
That's bad.
Yeah, basically. I only came up with that because in the middle of one class he said, "I'm basically preparing you all to die."
I like that.
You
So
ought to come work at the nursing home with me.
I don't think I could
Yeah, there
handle
you go.
that.
That'll prep you.
Christy's
true.
been looking at different floors to work on as a nurse. She was just kind of going through some of them today, and I'm like, I could never.
None of them sound good, right?
Nah, some of them, like the psychiatric ones, I think I could do.
Okay.
But like, infant ICU, can you even imagine?
No.
Fuck that.
We spent enough time in the NICU. That was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Anything else, Will?
No, nothing really important.
All right. What do you got, Eric?
I think Corey and I touched on most of my week as well, but I did want to talk about the UVA game I went to last night. I got to go to the Virginia and Ohio State basketball game last night. I didn't realize what was going on, and we looked, and it was at 9 o'clock last night, so we got tickets for pretty cheap. But my God, It was one of the best sporting events I've ever been to in my life. The people in Virginia here love that basketball team and the coach so much. His name's Tony Bennett. And he's a super good coach, and he plays a real like defensive and efficient
Hard
offense
style,
kind of.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, the crowd was so loud. Like, I just had a blast, and the game was fantastic. They played like absolute shit in the first half. They shot like 28% in the first half or something like that.
Ooh.
And Ohio State shot 60%, so they were down by 12, I think. They got down by 16, but they came out after the half and immediately got the score tied, and took the lead, and it was just back and forth after that. They ended up winning by 2, but it came down to the last possession because UVA had 2 free throws that would have iced the game. Fucking guy missed both of them.
Of course.
So they were up by 2, and Ohio State got the ball back with 8 seconds left or whatever, but they missed a long 3. But man, what an awesome time! The great game was just fantastic.
It did my heart good to see Ohio State lose last night.
Oh, after the football game?
Oh, that devastated me. So I root for UVA because you're down there now.
Yeah.
So like it's a school that I follow. I was really pumped to see that they won that game.
I'll tell you what, their point guard too. He played like shit the first half. He's like their senior leader, captain kind of guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't really show a lot of emotion on the court, but he came out in the second half and was just draining threes, and he really kept him in it.
Yeah.
And he hit just some big threes during the whole game, and he even was like getting the crowd going. And after the game, he went over to the student section, was like yelling. It was awesome.
Was it the same guys last year?
No, Brogdon.
Yeah.
He graduated. He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks, I think.
Oh,
This guy,
okay.
he's a point guard. His name's London Parentes. He's from LA.
Okay.
He's a real short dude. He's got like a tall, flat top kind of thing going on.
Sort of like the Odell Beckham kind of.
I don't know. I
Okay.
haven't seen Odell in a while.
Oh boy,
I don't get many Giants games my way.
that's true.
But yeah, I had a blast. If you get a chance to go to like a high level college basketball game, I highly recommend it because it's pretty fantastic.
I've never been big on the NBA, but college basketball has always been a lot of fun to
Oh
watch.
yeah, same here. NBA sucks. College basketball is fantastic.
Yeah, I
And
100%
they just
agree.
built this arena. It's 10 years old, and it's more than double the size of the old one. So it holds just under 15,000.
Mhm.
So it's just a super nice place to see a game. It's an awesome building. So good stuff. But I think that's pretty much it. I wasn't on last week. I don't really have much to talk about with Thanksgiving. We went over to a friend's house and had dinner, and then I went over to some coworkers and hung out for a little bit, and that was about it. It was a strange Thanksgiving, being away from everybody.
Oh, sure.
I know.
Must have been weird.
It was weird. Like, everybody's asked me how Thanksgiving was. I was like, it was okay.
Fine, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And, like, Christmas is going to be even stranger because we're both off that day. But, like, it's just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't going to do, like, Christmas gifts or anything. But we got thinking, we're like, God, it's going to be really strange waking up Christmas morning, just the two of us.
Yeah.
No presents to open.
Yeah.
Like, we were just going to watch Christmas movies and have, like, hot chocolate and shit all day. But so I think we're going to do Christmas presents now. That's why I'm going to hopefully get a video card.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's it.
Sounds good. I got a couple quick things. So I tried the Taco Bell Steakhouse burrito.
Yeah.
It is really, really good. Eric, you mentioned the price. It is expensive. I think I want to say it's like $6.99 and then tax and stuff.
Yeah, it was almost $7.
Yeah. But it's definitely a lot of food. It was a big burrito. It comes with chips and queso too on the side. So it's not just the burrito.
Okay.
I think it comes, and then you can add a drink too for $1. But the actual burrito has steak in it. It's got potatoes, bacon, and sour cream. It's really, really big, really good.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, it was. I definitely would recommend at least trying it once. It's best dipped in the queso dip too, which is it's why it's there.
I went there with all intentions of buying that,
Mhm.
and I saw the price, and I immediately reverted to my usual dollar menu order.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got the steakhouse burrito, but I also because I'm a pig, I got my XXL grilled stuffed burrito. It was the worst grilled stuffed burrito I've ever had from there.
Oh no!
It was dry and it didn't have any flavor. I don't know if it tasted like it had been sitting there for like a week. It was the worst thing I've ever eaten.
Best strategy game. Sorry, best strategy game. Civ 6. Best
Civ
RPG. 6. Blood and Wine.
Okay.
Best esports team. Cloud9.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
They're just listing them off here all of a sudden.
Jeepers.
Doom won best music and sound design.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Stupid game.
Have I missed one? Oh, I missed Boogie. I didn't pick him.
Right.
Pick Danny OD. Sorry, Dan.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, it was. Thank goodness the steakhouse burrito was so good and I was fairly full after I ate just that too. So, yeah, the grilled stuffed burrito was a huge disappointment. But I think that's all I had going on.
That's a bummer, Dan. I always get excited about a new Taco Bell item.
Yeah. No, the new one was good.
No, he said it was good.
The grilled stuffed burrito was...
My old standby was disgusting.
Yeah.
It was the worst one I've ever had.
I've stopped getting that. I feel like it's gotten worse.
I don't know if I've ever had one of those.
I used to get it all the time.
I had a quesarito for the first time in a while this week. That was really good.
Yeah, they are good. It had too much guacamole in it, too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't spread out. It was all, like, clumped into one side.
Oh, see?
Lazy. Because I feel like maybe a couple months ago was when I got the best grilled stuffed burrito I've ever had, and everything was evenly spaced out through the whole burrito. It was perfect. But anywho, do we want to take a quick break before we get into what we played, or do we want to just keep rolling?
Take a break.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a quick break and be right back in just a moment. All right.
Will, turn on the Doom music they're playing right now. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm watching the guy like go into the crowd and like.
Are you listening to it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's having fun.
Christy and I were thinking about going to Rock on the Range in Ohio
Oh yeah.
because Metallica's headlining it.
Are they really?
Yeah, they just announced the other day.
That's pretty
I
big.
don't think we're gonna end up doing it, but we were seriously thinking about it. Coheed's playing. There's a couple other bands. Taking Back Sunday, I would have liked to have seen.
Mm-hmm.
A couple bands I wanted to see, but
Day to remember.
were they on there?
No, that'd be awesome though.
I don't think they were. Yeah. One of the bands you listened to was on there. Motionless in White.
Oh yeah, they're getting ready to release a new album, so pretty soon. So they're when is that?
May.
May. It'll be out by then. So
Who is this
Motionless
guy?
in White.
I don't know who these people are. Good for them.
That must be so much fun.
Be right back.
That is cool.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It fits the game so well, too. This is great. What a great idea for this.
Ugh.
Instead of having just like some shitty rock band on, you know?
Yeah. That doesn't care to be there.
Imagine Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least these guys look like they're having a good time. I don't know, I like this music. I think it's good, Beardless.
That's Chris Caraba, right?
Is that the guy from
Dashboard Confessional.
Dashboard? really changed his tune.
You're relaunching his career.
Not sad anymore.
I heard Dashboard Confessional on the radio a couple weeks ago.
I turn him on every now and again. Alright, I'll be right back. I just want to see the end of that.
Now, here's the founder and CEO of Insomniac Games. Please welcome Ted Price.
Hey everybody, it is an honor to be here to present the award for Best Performance.
Best
This category
performance.
had 6 nominees because there was actually a tie in the voting. But even with 6 actors nominated, only 3 games were representative.
I'm glad the scary guitar man is having fun now.
Also nominated for Best Performance. Here are the nominees for Best Performance.
Best Performance.
We were meant for this, Nathan. We were destined for something great.
Are they announcing the winner, Corey?
Yeah.
Just about.
They're doing the nominees, showing the nominees.
Gotcha.
All that spilled blood.
Ow.
You know what it breeds?
Yeesh.
Loyalty.
If you're done lying to me, then you should stop lying to yourself.
Hey, I came out here for a breath of fresh air and some adventure. What do you got?
I made a promise that I was done with this life.
Sam! Special delivery!
Oh, it's Nolan North.
Nolan North.
The winner?
Noel
Yeah.
North won.
Yeah,
Game award goes
Your
he's
streams
on
are-
Pretty Little. He's on Pretty Little Liars.
and Bruce and all
Wait, that doesn't look
That's-
like Nathan Drake.
happened.
That guy looks
This is a
old.
culmination of 10 years of my life. Best years of my life.
I'm kidding.
Made me a better actor,
Don't hate on
person,
Spencer's
and,
dad.
Nobody got that one.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the creator and the person who cast me, Amy Hennig, who put me in the role.
Nolan North.
But I'm going to go out on a limb, and I
What a
want
legend.
to thank a group of
I think he
people
does.
that, it's them
He does a voice on one of Max's
I'm hearing a lot of talk
kid shows that he watches.
He's got some range.
Dan, you should see. You should see if Max likes Steven Universe.
The performance of every
Yeah.
designer, every
We're getting ready to show him Star Wars, actually,
every hardworking
because he's showing interest in Star Wars.
It's a little. It's less mature than Adventure Time.
Steven Universe.
Yeah.
That performance is so important.
I will look into
They're so
that
talented, they're
one of
so
these days.
hardworking. And
If I ever get more than a minute
performance matters more than mine.
to myself.
And that's important to understand in this
You
day
know.
and age with all the
All right,
talk going back and forth.
shall we?
Because without their performance,
Sure.
my
Oh,
performance would not only not matter, it
Okay,
wouldn't
Corey, you ready?
exist.
Did we get any feedback?
I'm
Yes.
so proud to do this. I'm so proud to be up here. Thank you so much for this. I will continue on.
Corey.
If they will continue to keep bringing the things I do to life,
I'm listening to Nolan
I'll
North.
be there for them.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay.
Muted his ass.
I was just trying to get the gist of what he was saying. I don't think I got it though.
he's probably been drinking all day.
He didn't look drunk.
Oh, because I know a lot of times people drink really heavily for those things,
Yeah.
which is
Wouldn't-
probably what I would do.
Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, of
Wayne,
course.
Wayne Gretzky always
Especially
does.
if you were nominated.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta go up on stage.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 280 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in what we played. I mean, I guess since we teased it, we'll start off with some Final Fantasy 15, shall we? Brief first impressions, but I think it's important to hear those. And we're planning on doing a full episode on it next week, correct?
Yes.
That is the dream.
Okay.
How is the bro road trip, Graham?
Pro
Let's hear
road
it.
trip.
I was worried I'd be annoyed by the bros. That was the one
But
thing.
they're probably great, right?
That was the one thing heading into this game that I was a little concerned about because I've heard people
too.
call Noctis like after playing the game, call him an insufferable twit and stuff like that. I didn't get that vibe at all. I was not annoyed by Noctis, and the whole bro stuff it wasn't as bro-y as I feel like the naysayers want it to be.
Well, it's because it's from Japan.
Right.
It's not American bros.
Well, that was another one of my concerns, though, too, is a lot of these cinematic Japanese games tend to be a lot like anime, but there wasn't a lot, at least in what I've played. I haven't gotten that far into the actual story bits of it. There's not a lot of melodrama, which is good, and there's not a lot of, like, cutesy kind of Japanese, what's the word, otaku or whatever? I forget what the Japanese term for that kind of thing. I don't know. I just think so far it plays like a good, a Japanese take on like a good Midwest road trip story. It's just, Eric, you can jump in on your thoughts here.
The only part of the main character, I don't think it's very bro-y either. The only thing that bothers me about any of the characters is the voice acting for Gladiolus.
Mm-hmm.
Is awful.
He has like a kind of a deep voice, he talks like Brock in what's that show? I used to watch it all the time. Something Brothers. It's like a Johnny Quest spoof.
I think his is really bad. It just doesn't fit the whole thing, I don't think. I know he's supposed to be like the heavy hitter warrior kind of guy, but it just doesn't fit. I don't know. It's weird.
But it's also it's also funny because he's the one that reads the book in the car. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he reads the book in the car. I don't know.
While you're driving.
If there was American bros, they'd never even touch a book.
Well, one of them's on his phone all the time.
That's more like a bro.
Is that Ignis?
Is it Ignis?
I don't know.
I don't remember which one it was, but no, it's not very bro-y. I haven't really felt that because I was worried I was going to be annoyed by these guys too. But I really haven't been. That said, I think Ignis is probably, or not Ignis, Noctis is probably the most annoying one to me. But he's not really that annoying. I don't know how much you want to get into, Dan. I've probably played.
Whatever.
I played for 4.5 hours.
Oh wow!
So I think I'm in the second chapter. I literally just started the second chapter. How far did you get, Corey?
When I signed off, I played 4 hours and 41 minutes. But
oh wow,
I haven't. My next main quest is level 2, so I've hardly touched that stuff.
Errand boy, something like
I think
that.
I passed that one.
Did you go to the ferry?
No.
Okay. Wow.
But my guys are level 10.
Collecting everything.
Yeah. I had so much fun just like cruising around in that starting area, hitting all the treasure spots, like exploring, driving around, collecting the dog tags.
I have to do that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of that stuff. I just I've done some of it. I've enjoyed the monster hunts.
Yeah.
Those are really fun. As far as like the treasures and stuff like that, I don't know. I just haven't felt like it's really necessary, at least to this point. So I haven't done any of that.
Yeah.
Unless it was like in my path, I would do it. But yeah, my guys are level 10, and I just got to the second chapter. I did some fishing finally. I really like the extra skills that all the characters have. They're very practical.
Yep.
Which I think is really cool. And actually, one of my favorite things in the game, and it's the dumbest thing, but it just stood out to me for whatever reason, is when you go to like a diner to eat, the food on the menus looks so neat.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just looks so much more like real than anything else.
Yep.
And it just like pops out at you. It's so cool.
There you can see the 10 years of polish in this game. It's very evident to me. I mean, the little touches here and there. The little touches here and there for everything. Like
not a very good looking game.
When you don't think so?
No, not at all.
I think it looks good for a Final Fantasy game. Like I think it. I mean, I know Final Fantasy games look good, but for this style of Final Fantasy games, I think it's really good.
Well, I guess looking at it from somebody who doesn't play Final Fantasy games, I wouldn't compare it to those.
Yeah, so
I would compare it to other games I played, like Witcher, which was huge. I think looks better than Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's very bland looking.
Yeah.
Drab.
I mean,
Like it's very like a brown earthy.
I didn't really have an issue with that, only because like I've only been to this first section, so I don't know what else the game has to offer.
That's just initial. I'm the same way. I haven't left the first. Well, kind of, but not really left the first area.
And I really think they're trying to play up that like Midwesty vibe in this opening section. You know, this road trip, beat down diners and motels and truck stops and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I just don't think it looks very good.
Yeah,
I guess. Aside from are the CG scenes? Is that from the Kingsglaive?
I think they're their own thing.
They are? Okay, because I heard that they put stuff from Kingsglaive in this. I don't know if that was true or not.
I haven't caught any of it yet.
The CG is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That stuff's incredible. The music is fantastic. I put the Final Fantasy 15 theme on my PS4.
Mm-hmm.
The music is so relaxing and peaceful when I turn it on. I love it.
Oh yeah, I actually sent Will a video of me cruising around in the car playing Eris's theme from Final Fantasy 7 on the car stereo.
Yeah.
It made me jealous, Corey. I'm gonna be honest when you sent me that. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Well, I had my
that's
car
the
all
kind of stuff
decorated.
that makes no difference to me because that means nothing to me. I wouldn't know it if it slapped me across the face.
And I'm with you because in most games I would never bother with that waste of time kind of stuff, but because it's a franchise that
iconic.
I've been a part of for my whole life. Like, you know, those little things are just so cool to me.
And I get that, but that, like I said, to somebody like me who's not a fan of the series, I'm not even going to notice the little touches like that. So that's probably why I said, eh.
Yeah.
But I did, for what it's worth, buy all the soundtracks when I could.
Yeah, it's like 100 gold.
Yeah, to listen to.
Still trying to find that Final Fantasy 6 soundtrack.
That's the one I was looking for, because you jerks. I just found Final Fantasy 5. That's the latest one I found. But yeah, no, so far I love it.
Yeah, I'm having a really good time.
I was worried you weren't gonna like it, Corey.
No, I really like it. But it's
so.
Go ahead, Will.
I was gonna say, would I love this game?
I think so.
Think so. All right. That I've been very curious about this game, so I was wondering if I would like it.
What about me?
I think you would.
It.
Yeah, I think you both like it.
Okay. Hopefully it comes out on Steam. I will get it. Or on the Switch.
Do you like the combat, Corey?
I do, yeah. It's definitely different. I mean, it's a lot closer to Final Fantasy Type 0, Dan.
Okay.
Combat-wise. You only control your character, but you can also command your other characters.
Let's get into all that next week.
To do techniques. So you're influencing everything in battle, but
I love the combat. I think it's great.
Yeah. And there's enough different things going on with those techniques that you can be very strategic.
Is it a little bit like Xenoblade's combat?
That's what I wanted to ask you, Corey. Is this game at all like Xenoblade Chronicles?
It definitely has a Xenoblade vibe, for sure. This game, I think, does it a lot. Does what Xenoblade was doing a lot better.
Okay.
So far, the world's more interesting. There's more going on in the world than there was in Xenoblade.
Really?
Yeah. Xenoblade was pretty to look at, and there was those different biomes and stuff, but it was ultimately kind of the same thing over and over again, like gameplay-wise. The mechanics of the world, I should say. I don't know though. Like I said, I'm at the very beginning of Final Fantasy 15, so it could turn for the worse. Just makes me wonder though, like what happens with Final Fantasy from here, because they can't spend 10 years making a game again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's not just like my initial like of the game and it wears off like most games does, but this is the first game in quite some time that I've played that I'm like itching to get back to.
Yeah.
Made me appreciate gaming again, which I've needed for a while.
It is definitely unique.
Yeah.
The one thing with me that I think is going to help me get through it is the fact that I kind of have a soft deadline. because Will wants his PlayStation back. So
Oh, there you go.
rather than putting it aside and saying, oh, you know, I'll get to it, I gotta like knuckle down and spend my free time playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm
still
gonna
have like
tune
two
everything
weeks.
else out.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to do.
So
Unless I get really impatient and just buy it on my one.
X-Bone.
Go for it.
Ah,
I'll just
Man.
buy your PlayStation from you.
there you go.
With everything on it, $600.
I'll give you $100.
So many games on there.
It's chock full.
$100. I actually had to delete a game. There wasn't enough room.
Oh no, what'd you delete?
Destiny.
No.
Should I not have?
Is that game still on the PlayStation?
Huh?
Was that game in the PlayStation? I don't remember the last game that was left in there.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I don't know. I never ejected it. But it's okay that I deleted the file, right?
I mean, I might play it at some point.
Well, that's the thing. I looked at all the games and I'm like, which of these has Will not played in a very long time or is least likely to play? And I picked that one. But you just reinstall it if you want to play it.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you. I don't care.
Okay, you made me nervous. I didn't want to mess with something.
My playthrough.
You already took liberties with Will's PlayStation.
Well, it was
Corey.
late. I was
Unbelievable.
gonna text him, but it was really late.
Corey, I'm always up.
I just wanted to get it installed overnight.
What time was it? Was it midnight?
No, it was like 2 a.m. or something.
Oh, I was up. I was playing Pokemon Moon.
That's how I am too.
Oh, yeah.
If just text me, I'm probably awake.
Yeah, I don't wake up from text messages like some people do. I sleep through them. So if I don't answer you, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, same here.
My phone is just always on silent.
Yeah, that's what mine is too.
Mine's not, but I only ever notice it if it's screaming at me because one of my alarms is going off. Okay. Anything else on Final Fantasy? Next week we'll be more in depth.
Yeah, we didn't talk about like any of the skill upgrading and all that shit. So, and the story.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I'm excited to hear
Cindy.
about it.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Okay, Corey, did you play anything else?
Lot more Galaxy of Heroes, Dan.
Yeah, I played a ton of that too.
I'm up to level 40.
Okay,
level.
Let me check. I'll call it up right now. I think I'm 39.
Oh my god, you caught up to me pretty quick.
Yeah, I pretty much, because my phone is like glued to me lately because of the, having twins and feeding them takes so long that I play it when I'm feeding them. So, but yeah, no, I really like it actually. It's a pretty solid Star Wars like kind of RPG. It's not too bad with the microtransaction stuff. You could very easily play it and get a lot of time into it without even spending a dime, which I plan on doing. It's got a variety of different tasks you can do. But for me, I mean, the coolest thing is all the characters you can play as and assembling your squad to do, various battles. That's where the fun is for me. So,
Who you rolling with?
I mean, I don't have that different of mostly just the starter characters. There's obviously the difference between the light side and the dark side battles. But my best character right now is Talia.
Mm-hmm.
Because of her healing. And I got her to level 38 with equipment level 5. And she's 4 stars.
Yeah.
Too, so. But yeah, I'm digging it so far. It is, however, it's one of the reasons why I kind of want a more robust Star Wars experience. So I actually, as I said, I looked into buying Battlefront. I didn't end up doing it, but I installed the Old Republic again.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it made me really want to play the Old Republic again. But
yeah.
I downloaded it, installed it, and turned it on and loaded up one of my characters from way back in the day, and was just so confused by everything. I think I would just have to start over. At this point, it's been so long since I've played it.
Yeah.
But
I'm with you
I
on
might
that.
do that. I might not. It's just time though. But it makes me want to have. They need to come out with a new like full on Star Wars game. Like an action RPG type of Star Wars game.
We could be playing 1313 right now.
I know. Oh well.
Actually, there was a reference to 1313 in one of the books I was reading.
Oh really?
It's like the Coruscant underworld.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a sub-level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game was about your exploits and adventures on that and that area, in the darker, seedier areas of the Star Wars universe. I actually wish I had started playing this because our cousin Chris explained the game to me like right before his wedding. I think we were at the rehearsal dinner. He was telling me about it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. And then I just forgot about it until you mentioned it, and I downloaded it, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good time kill.
For sure. I always make time at work to do my dailies.
Yeah. I've been doing my dailies. And there's all sorts of like special events and stuff. Like they have Rogue One events that they're running in the game now. Special rewards and character shards to unlock new characters. And
I like how they do the login rewards too. Like December is Boba
Yeah.
Fett month, so if you log in every day
Yeah.
of December, you'll have enough shards to get Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Which is real good incentive.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good stuff.
Could you imagine though, like forgetting to log in one day in December?
That's gonna happen to me. That's gonna happen.
What a bummer.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Corey?
No, I logged into Hearthstone to check out the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan stuff and saw some of the cards, but not enough to talk about.
Okay.
It's the idea behind it is that there are these three like factions, and since there's 9 classes in Hearthstone, each faction is made up of 3 heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they divide the cards. So now there's tri-class cards rather than class cards and neutral cards. Now there's tri-class cards. Like Druid, Rogue,
cool.
and Hunter have a card they can use. And same
Are
with
they
the others.
groupings that make sense?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
I mean, somewhat arbitrary, but enough in the world of a video game based on another video game.
Sure.
Based on another video game, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, not for me.
Okay. The only other thing I've been playing other than Star Wars, Galaxy Heroes, and Pokemon Go is still playing Dishonored 2. Still really enjoying Dishonored 2. I don't really have much more to talk about in that. Even that's the game I want to play right now when I have free time to play, which is not all that often currently. So I'm still working my way through that, but that's all I've been playing. Will, what do you got?
I want to point out something really quick. I'm watching the Game Awards gameplay of the new Zelda game.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching it too.
Does not run very well. Pretty choppy.
Is
I
that
bet
that
it's
might
not going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
be is it your internet?
No, because I'm reading comments of the stream and
Oh.
everyone's saying they better not release it if it runs like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like we're hearing that it might be a Switch launch, and we're hearing that it might not. I would not be surprised if it doesn't come out till later next year.
I
I think
thought
they
it-
confirmed it's not going to be a
It's
launch.
confirmed. Yeah.
Gotcha. That
That's
that's
later.
for the better if it runs like that.
Yeah. I'd
Uh,
rather they take their time with it and get it right before they
Yeah,
release.
this is gonna be a big Zelda release, like, because they haven't had one in a while. So, take your time with it. But anyway, for what I played, the only thing is I've been playing Pokemon Moon. I won't talk about it much, but I do want to say I put in like 6 hours this week, and none of it has been from like main story or anything. I've literally been looking for a shiny Eevee for all 6 hours.
Nice.
Now, I think I have pretty bad luck because I've encountered close to 600 EVs in that time played, and I haven't gotten one yet, and it's really super frustrating. It's to the point now where I'm like, do I want to keep doing it? But I've already put in so much time, like I might as well just go for it and get it. Because the way to do it is, I explained last week that there's an SOS mechanic in the game where if a Pokemon gets hurt, it calls in for help, and it's usually the same Pokemon. So you just do that repeatedly, and it'll keep calling in Pokemon, and eventually it'll be a shiny Pokemon. And Umbreon's my favorite Pokemon, or one of my favorite Pokemons, and the shiny version looks the coolest to me. Because I don't know, Dan, you probably know Umbreon. It's the black Eevee evolution with the rings around it.
Yep.
And the rings are like yellow-orange, but the shiny version, they're a darker blue.
Huh.
And it looks really, really cool, and I want it. So I've been working at that, but it's just been frustrating for me right now.
Yeah.
Because I've made literally zero progress in the game. But I'm probably going to do it for a little bit tonight before I go to bed, and hopefully I get it. But overall, I'm on the 4th island, and let me tell you, the game is pretty awesome. And that's it for me.
Not to change the subject, but the rumors are that the second gen Pokemon for Pokemon Go are going to be released right before Christmas.
I've been hearing that. I've been saving up some of my candy for some of them.
So
Because I have like 100 Eevee candy, so I'm going to get Umbreon Espeon hopefully right away.
Nice.
And then from there, it's well, man, I can't remember what even had evolutions and what didn't.
Yeah.
I know there's a list of candies that you should have been saving if you're into it.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I'm
Nice.
excited for the second gen Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Will?
No, that's it for me.
What do you got, Eric?
Nothing for me, Dan. I only played Final Fantasy. I played a little FIFA. We booted back up Pro Clubs, which I haven't played in quite some time, which is where you each make your own character and only play that one. And that's still so fun. I've been having a blast with that. But, yeah, just Final Fantasy.
Okay. Sounds good. Feedback. This is from Idaho Jake. Says, hey guys, sorry I missed you last week. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope your post Thanksgiving dump was awesome like mine. I'll be streaming the VGAs along with the podcast. I really hope they have some sweet exclusives to show. I took advantage of the Xbox One sales and got Dishonored Definitive Edition, all the Metro games, and Saints Row 4 with Get Out of Hell, all for $20. Wow. That's a lot of games for $20.
Yeah, it was a good sale.
The only thing I have been playing is Skyrim on the Xbone. The mods are so much better, and it is 4K, and its 4K is amazing. I would like to suggest for people to go to asapodcasting.com, go to the Skyrim Addict banner. They have a Skyrim random character creation sheet. It gives you a way to play Skyrim that you probably never would have tried. The only game I'm looking forward to is Horizon. This game looks awesome. Now for the Idaho Jake's question of the week. What are you asking Santa for? For me, it's wireless controllers for my NES Classic. That's it for me, so carry on.
I'm hoping to get a new video card for my computer.
Graphics card. That's a good present.
Graphics card, yeah.
You know what's fun is, a video card works too. I just...
Dan's a technical
Tech
PC
lingo
guy.
snob.
Yeah, so
there was a funny article, not to change the subject, but there was a funny article on Kotaku about the 10 steps you should take if you are having trouble running a game on your computer. It's so funny.
First step, ask Dan.
That wasn't an option, or ask a friend wasn't an option on there, which I thought it would be, but it was like, go to the Reddit posts or go to the Steam forums to search for things. It was really good. It's a Kirk Hamilton piece. It was really funny. But yeah, new video card is nice. What you're gonna want to do, Eric, is after you get it all hooked up, then you download some of the games that you had played on your graphics card before and compare compare graphics. I always like doing that with a new video card. But anyway, so Eric's asking for a new graphics card. Will?
I told my my parents that the only thing I wanted was a Connor McDavid or Austin Matthews jersey.
Uh-huh.
Or for somebody to pay my way through college.
Oh.
And
There you go.
that's all I wanted.
So you want a big check underneath the Christmas tree from Santa?
That's ideal. Yeah, 100%. I would love that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Corey?
Uncharted 4, best narrative.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was our predictions?
Eric and Will had Uncharted.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's right. We had Firewatch.
Idiots.
I've been wrong on a lot of these. I've only gotten like one or two right.
Me too. This is like my first one that's right.
I'll probably end up being the most wrong for all of these.
You got Cloud 9, Dan, and The Witcher 3.
Okay. That was it, though, right?
So far.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think we missed some of them. But
Yeah.
one's best sports and racing game?
Haven't seen.
Because I saw Michael Phelps on stage, and I think he was announcing the winner of that one.
Oh, was he? I didn't catch it.
Corey, what are you asking for Christmas?
Oh my
From
god.
Santa Claus.
I don't know. I put for our family secret Santa thing. I put Star Wars books on my list.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, I don't know. I don't know.
Will, did you say a Jack Eichel jersey?
Jack Eichel would be good. I'd take Jack Eichel. Another 2 goals tonight, too.
Another 2 and a game winner.
Hey, he's been on fire.
Bless him.
Already.
Yeah, I don't know what I want for Christmas either. A nap would be nice. Most of all. I've actually got to make my list. I don't like to be that guy that sent for our family secret Santa. I don't like to be that guy that sends in his list super late. So that's something I'm gonna have to work on.
Oh, you already are.
Am I the late one?
Yeah, I think you might be the only one that hasn't.
No, the person I drew for the secret Santa has not sent in their list yet either.
Well, I think I know who that is too, because Uncle Bucky told me on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I know. I need to get it together.
Well, I know he likes to have it done by Black Friday, because I think he thinks people still shop on Black Friday. Which is fine. I think some people actually do in our family, but I don't know.
We're more Cyber Monday shoppers.
Or just whenever
I
think about it.
I have no money, so I don't.
Yeah, I'm poor, so I can't buy things right now.
Yeah, me too. No, realistically though, one of the things I want for Christmas is a 10 keyless mechanical keyboard for my computer.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the number pad on the right. It's just the straight keyboard, and the arrow keys are the furthest right keys. Because my desk is really small, my keyboard is huge. So if I got a 10 keyless mechanical keyboard, it would take up less space on the desk. So that's realistically what I want for Christmas. But I think those would all be out of the price range for our family Secret Santa. So I think cheapest, they're like $60-$70 for one that I would want. So so thanks, Jake. This is from Miguel in Valencia. Avengers says, "What's up, gentlemen? I hope all 4 ingredients are in. LOL. Regardless, I still enjoy cold pizza." So I picked up a copy of the game known as Destiny Collector's Edition. Like I had mentioned in the past, I only played the beta of Destiny, which my character carries over to the game, which was nice. Having fun so far. Eric or Sir William, if you guys have any tips on Destiny, let me know.
Oof, been a while.
Yeah, I don't know. You know who would be a great person for that is Tito.
Tito, yeah.
Tito, if you have any tips for Miguel, write them in for next week.
Yeah.
I'd be leading you astray.
'Cause I played the vanilla and a little bit of the first like DLC, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sure there's probably good guides out there too for getting it starting in Destiny now or since the last expansion.
Oh yeah.
So, speaking of tips, my wife and I are heading out to Canada in 2 weeks. Looking forward to checking out Niagara Falls. A check off my bucket list. I believe you guys mentioned that you have either been in Canada or have family in Canada in a previous podcast, if I remember correctly. Anyways, any travel tips or what to do or not to do in Canada? We are also hitting up Toronto. Any advice would be great.
Boy, play hockey when you're up there.
Don't tell them their beer sucks.
Yeah.
Even though it does.
Yeah.
If you can, he says he's going to be in Toronto. Try seeing a Leafs game if it's at all possible.
Marlies. I would say Leafs, but it's probably double, triple the price for a ticket. I love your vacation, spending money.
Yeah, I don't know the budget. I would definitely try to see either a Marlies or a Maple Leafs game because with the Maple Leafs, you're seeing the future.
Yeah.
Of the NHL or some of it in there, and even with the Marlies, you're going to see some real good young, soon-to-be Leafs players. So that's what I would highly recommend. But I don't know how huge you would be into seeing either team. So
if anyone asks you if you want some darts, say no unless you like cigarettes.
Should he try poutine?
Poutine, yeah, try poutine.
Definitely get poutine.
I think we gave the most American answer.
I've been to Niagara Falls, but that's about it.
I've been to Canada, but not recently. It's probably been 10 years since I've been to Canada.
It's been a long time for me, too.
Used to spend summers in Canada. Our grandparents had a cottage on a lake in Canada, and our sister lives there now. She lives in Edmonton. So Will's been to visit her, and Corey spent some time on Prince Edward Island over the summer. So...
Oh, Fiona puked. Sorry.
What's with dogs and randomly puking?
Makes you feel any better. Cooper's just been randomly pissing throughout the house today.
Nice.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Does he have a UTI?
He might. I don't know. He woke up this morning and was crying to go out, and he never does that. And Christy took him out to the stairs to go down to the door. Pissed all over the stairs.
Wow.
So, I don't know. But, man, that sucked.
Yeah. Okay. He says, sorry I don't have a would you rather question this week, but going back to last week, would you rather question, if you would add some clause to stopping time when playing video games, like no online access, and you are to discuss what you played to nobody. To anybody, basically keeping a secret that you could stop time. Would that spice up the question? I guess I was hoping for a hot take. Anyways, that's all for me, gentlemen. Until then, Avenger out. I still would probably, because I generally play more single player story games. I still would probably rather do that, even if I couldn't necessarily share that I was able to do that.
Yeah.
You know. I don't think you guys would think anything if I was like, all of a sudden I finished a bunch of games that I had started, right? I mean, you would just assume that I snuck in time here and there.
Yeah, I would just assume you didn't
whenever
sleep.
I could. Yeah. Which I don't anyway, but I don't play video games, unfortunately. Other than Galaxy of Heroes, which is just happens to be convenient for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eric, did you hear that question?
No.
He wrote in, it was last week, right?
Uh-huh.
If you could have a month of early access to a game where you were allowed to like post reviews or gameplay videos and stuff, but only you had access to the game, or if you could stop time anytime you're playing video games, so time would advance, which would you pick?
Oh, time.
Yeah, we all picked that too.
I don't want any part of the other one. You want to be the only person to be scrutinized and all that shit on the internet?
Well, he made the point that you could, because your content would be first out there, it would be the one to get all the hits.
I don't want it.
And it would make you money.
Keep your attention elsewhere.
Yeah, I think we all kind of took the same route.
There's not enough time in the day.
So
if I could stop the time, that'd be great.
Yep. That's what we all said too. So thanks, Avenger. I think that's everything, right?
That's it, Dan. Except for what category is going on here?
Best game direction.
Best game direction.
Will and
What
Dan.
did we pick?
What did I pick?
You
Told you.
picked Naughty Dog.
Who
Oh,
won?
it was Overwatch.
Blizzard.
Blizzard.
God,
Uh.
I'm smart.
I wish I could say the same for myself. That's only like the second one I've gotten right.
Dan, you won this one.
I know, it's only the second one. Maybe third.
Doesn't matter. You're a winner for this specific category.
I'll enjoy my 5 minutes of gloating.
You guys are
Did we
all
pick the
winners in
same
my
game of the
eyes.
year?
Huh?
Did we pick the same game of the year?
I picked Overwatch.
I think I did too.
Yep.
I picked Uncharted, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay. So next week, Final Fantasy 15. Do we have a rough estimate on the day?
I do not.
Okay.
I can't do it. I work Thursday night.
Okay.
Okay.
So Thursday night is out. Any other night is free. I don't believe I have anything going on as usual. So
Pretty much need Corey and I together, correct?
yes,
We can
definitely.
do Friday night if you want, Eric.
I don't know, because I have to start working some nights now.
Oh.
Like
I'm out Friday as well.
10 to 7 or 12 to 9, so I can't remember what night I'm working.
Uh-huh.
10 to 7 wouldn't be an issue, but
Right.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we'll figure it out once we have a better idea.
Sure. All right. Yeah, that'll do it for episode 280 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Well,
Corey.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement.